everyone, welcome to Court of Corvids. My name is Jake. We have a ton of stuff to talk about before we start this episode, so be prepared for that. Number one, first thing that I would like to say is congratulations to Molly for becoming an affiliate on Twitch.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. I'm so happy.
It's huge. It's huge. It's very exciting. I'm glad you did it like in no time, which is awesome. Like,
it was pretty quick. I blew through.
Okay, Remus.
Remus,
oh my God.
You're next, buddy. All right.
So watching a particular video that I think you're aware of that made me very happy.
Yeah.
Yes. So
very cool video.
So we have elated
ahead of us.
We have elated Molly. Now it is time to talk about Remus. Remus, who's in the chat, sent us a 4-minute and 22-second video in full plate armor. Not just like he had a full plate of food. No, he was in
oh my God
armor. And he was talking about QueueTimes and how much he appreciates QueueTimes. And I gotta be honest, I was a little weirded out at first. Not by the video, but beforehand, he sent me a message saying, hey, can I send you a video? I promise you it's not weird. And of course, I assumed it was going to be weird.
I don't know if you've been on the internet before, but when somebody prefaces something with that means it's going to be weird.
How many times, Molly, has someone said, hey, it's not going to be weird, but can I see pictures of your feet?
Yeah, all the time. I like that. There's one
Jake,
guy...
you don't have to call me out at the beginning.
Well, you just called yourself out. We were going to keep that secret. There's one guy who always asks me for burping videos. He's like, hey, this isn't weird. Can you send me videos of you burping? Yes. No, I'm not going to do that. Pay me? Question mark.
Yeah. First of all, pay me. Second of all, get that money. Third of all, so I of course watched the video and expecting the worst. I was expecting the worst, and then here I get this specimen of a human who is in the middle of a tournament in full plate armor talking about QueueTimes, and I gotta be honest, I stood up, walked to the other room, and told everyone, I'm gonna cry. I'm probably gonna cry right now, like, because it was the freaking most sweetest thing that I've ever received ever.
Also, Remus, you look so cool.
The start of the video where you just like the sound of you going over and sitting down. I don't think I've ever seen a cooler person.
Mm-hmm.
I also would like to take that section of the video, edit it, just that section, and anytime anyone says, why is it that people in full plate take minuses to stealth checks?
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Yes. And then the next thing, the next and final thing that I've got is I would like to say a couple of thank yous. I would like to thank Lord of the Nines, who is a good friend of mine, and Kat, who have been helping me out with a project that I'm working on the side. And it has consumed my life because I have put way too much time into it already. But they have been willingly getting on video chats and working on things and doing a lot of stuff. And I just wanted to say thank you to both of them. Now that I've gotten my thank yous out, I'm going to repeat this. My name is Jake. I go by he, him, but I will be playing a lot of different characters. So I will be going by a lot of different things. William and Jonas, what do you got for me?
Hey, my name is Jonas, they, them, and I play the Chameleon Gnome Storm Druid Robin, she, her.
I'm William, they, them, and I play Remy Ashwillow, the Goblin Fighter, also they, them. Jonas and I are in a band together called Glass Beach.
Glass Beach.
And you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Glass Beach Band.
Glass Beach Band.
We have glassbeach.band.
Glassbeach.band.
We have a Patreon and a Twitch channel, which are both / Glass Beach Band. And we also have a link tree, which is linktr.ee / Glass Beach Band.
You're like Linktree, but the dot is between tr and e.
Yeah. And that has links to music videos of ours, to our Bandcamp, to Spotify, to I don't think we put iTunes on there yet.
Hopefully it's got links to everything. If not, tell us and we'll fix it.
Yeah, we'll put it on there. So you can check all that stuff out. I also do 2 other shows for QueueTimes. One is called Hijinks and Handlebars, which is a long-running Kids on Bikes campaign. We also have done remote campaign that is Dungeon World. And we're on hiatus from that, but we'll be back with that, continue that, finish it, and then get back to the main continuity of the Kids on Bikes campaign to finish that off. All of that can be found on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel in a playlist called Hijinks and Handlebars, another playlist called Hijinks and Dungeon World. And the second show that I do is called Killer Set, which is a Monster of the Week campaign where I take real-life musicians and bands, and I have them play fake musicians and bands who have to fight monsters and solve mysteries in order to play their gigs. I've had the band Pink Shift, and I've had the band Bad Moves, and both of those are also on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel in a playlist called Killer Set. So, bless you. For the podcast listeners, Jake muted the microphone in order to sneeze, and then I called attention to it. So, check all that stuff out. It's going to be a good time. And I'm just going to say I'm also editing another podcast right now. I've been tapped to edit a podcast, and it's a lot of fun. I'm very excited for it. I don't know when or what, but I'm doing it.
Also, yes, back to you, Kat. Glass Beach Band is still Evil Glass Beach Band in our hearts, and I think still in our Twitter display name, right?
I haven't changed it.
I haven't changed it. Lane. But yes, Evil Glass Beach Band is an accurate nomenclature.
Your at would be at Glass Beach.
At Glass Beach, display name is Evil Glass Beach.
Well, at Glass Beach Band.
Yeah, at Glass Beach Band.
Cool. Yeah, you guys good?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I heard we were evil, but whatever.
Evil good on the axis.
Krug.
Hi, I'm Krug, and I'm playing Krug Claudel, the Human Monk. Both of us, he, him, and I would like to let you know that Game Gorgon is a show that we do on YouTube. Me and Indigo there. Me and Jake do a show called Game Gorgon on YouTube. It's really great. We talk about role-playing games. We talk about a lot of Pathfinder 2nd Edition because that's what you guys seem to like the most. The last episode that we released, I forgot what it was. Acrobat. It was the Acrobat archetype. The first time we talked about an Advanced Player's Guide archetype. I think it's a good video. You should definitely go watch it. The next video that we have yet to record, but we'll record soon, hopefully, is... build guide for you guys. It's one of my builds. It is wow, I'm just brain farting all day. I can't think of any things.
I thought I had the migraine.
It is what is it? It's Improvised Weapon Fighter. It's Improvised Weapon Fighter. Improvised Weapon Fighter is I think really fun. It is definitely not the strongest build in the game, but I think it is as close as you can get to having like the strongest improvised weapon character. And it's just chock full of just like flavory goodness. So that's coming up next. I think it's going to be really fun. And I'm excited to fucking talk about it with Jake because he hasn't seen any of it, and I'm stoked. That's me. Let's do it.
Molly.
Oh, wow. That's me. Hi. My name is Molly McIsaac. You can find me across the internet at Molly McIsaac, except here on Twitch where I have become affiliate. And that is under Night Glimmer. And right now all I'm doing is streaming a doodly ton of Final Fantasy 14, which I have now gotten Jonas to do with me. So,
yeah, I was on stream with her the other night doing that.
Yeah,
very fun.
So, we were playing last night until really late. So I'm
it
was
like 4 a.m.
Right now. Yeah, I know. I saw you log off at like 4, and then I stayed up and I leveled my goldsmith to level 50 until
oh my god,
the morning.
Jesus Christ!
I have no chill. Anyway, also another thing I want to push today is that my best friend Jordan and I both got COVID tested negative and filmed 7 or 8 Basic Witches videos all in one sitting.
Hell
so once I pull myself away from Final Fantasy long enough to edit those will be going up on the Basic Witches Facebook page, which if you haven't seen, you should go watch. It's my best friend and I acting like basic witches and trying mostly food or alcohol and reviewing it in very silly ways. The two of us have really ridiculous chemistry, so it's a lot of really, really stupid jokes. And if you like that sort of thing, you should definitely check it out. And that's just the Basic Witches on Facebook. Okay, that's everything. And I remembered that I when I visited Spirit Halloween this week, which was awesome, that I got a crown for Moss, so I gotta go get that right now. BRB.
There was one other thing that came up that reminded me that I wanted to mention, and of course now I have forgotten it. Well, it's gone. So let's move on. While Moss gets her crown that she inevitably did not earn. Who remembers a little bit of last week? Actually, I'll go over it a little bit. You had all talked to the witches, and by all of you, I mean Remy and Moss talked to the witches, while Krug and Robin had to deal with some slight nightmares of their own as they were
slight, definitely slight.
As they were, well, I mean, it could have turned.
It could have been a nightmare. Yeah.
I mean, you had a creepy werewolf that was.
Oh yeah. No, it would have been scary if I hadn't manifested him to be so kind.
Exactly. You chose your dream. It was like dream control.
Yeah, I was like lucid dreaming, which makes sense for a spellcaster. Sorry, carry on.
Well, I can only carry on with my wayward son. Anyways, so
okay, go ahead.
William's over here like I quit the show. And Robin and crew had to deal with their slight nightmare. And you all left the witches after getting some more information. You found out that the last and final piece of the skull was, in fact, in the hands of the vampires that run the castle. You also got confirmation that they are, in fact, vampires.
Yeah, which is really scary.
Mm-hmm. So you all
sure is.
You all stand outside of the crux of the city, the entrance to the city, and you are covered in mud and guck, except for Moss, who can easily just wipe away the items in which Robin made sure that she could be clean and ready to go. And from the hilltops, you can hear the music playing. What would you all like to do?
I
remember correctly, my dog just talked to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And only you could hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can hear it. Just really quick. So okay. So are you a witch?
Me? No, not a witch.
Wait.
Not a witch either, for the record.
That's the dog.
I know, but you're saying
but
out loud,
you
right?
said it out loud.
Yeah. Sorry. Gotcha. Wait. Okay. All right. Okay. Wait. So you're not the witch, but are you Dagorno?
Mm-hmm.
Babe?
And you're just talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, normal. We can go.
Wait, the witches gave you the ability to talk to me?
Mm-hmm.
They still think it's the regular day.
Hold on. Can any of you hear this?
No, babe.
Oh,
Remy, what are you
honestly,
talking about?
Never can.
This is very funny, but I need to go change before we go to the party. And I hear it's already started, and there's absolutely no way I'm going in this. I mean, it's lovely, Robin, but this is not party attire.
Oh, sure. I suppose I should maybe change too then. Robin's wearing like her regular clothes, probably.
Okay, I need to put on some detective garb. We need to give something to Dagorno. Dagorno is going to be my little. If I am the Sherlock homie, then you are going to be my little. There's another one, but that's what Dagorno is.
Matching hats.
I don't know. Does Sherlock wear a matching hat with the the other one?
Oh, I don't know about no Sherlock or the other one, but I mean, got matching hats.
I would love to have a matching hat with my dog.
We can wear matching hats. I like hats.
This is amazing. You literally can't hear this?
Just a regular. I mean, he seems hungry.
Wait, you can't hear? Dagorno is talking to me.
What Robin, Krug, and Moss hear is Dagorno going like, you know how dogs like kind of talk, like.
Can I like? So because I can understand animals on like a basic level with diplomacy rolls, can I roll to see if I can maybe tell like what dog Dagorno is like communicating?
Sure.
Because like I'm not expecting any. I literally Robin is thinking, oh, Remy does this a lot. This is very, very normal for me. It just so happens that Remy is also experiencing something new. Would that be so? Diplomacy is when I'm like, I roll to like give us an impression to an animal. Does that make sense for this roll too? Okay. Then that it is a 13 plus. I have actual diplomacy now, which is nice since I find myself talking to people so often. I really just got it for animals. That is 22.
A 22.
Yeah.
So you get it. You get that Dagorno is focused on Remy and is like, you don't know what they're saying. It's not like you can translate. It's not that kind of thing. But you definitely can tell that they're focused and attentive to Remy.
Cool. Yeah, baby, he loves you. It's normal. Carry on though. It's
okay,
cute.
cool. And Remy gets in really close. Oh, this is amazing. Because like now I have the thing. I have the thing that everyone else has, you know? Because no one can hear you, but I can hear you. So now I can do the thing, you know, when Moss talks to Clokey, when Krug talks to the one person who is a Rory, and when my wife talks to the other gods. Oh, they're all talking to gods.
Yeah, but you're not talking to a god. No, I'm not a god. But you can talk to the witches. I can talk to the witches. The witches made it so that you could talk to me and I could talk to the witches. Or if you talk to me, I can have the witches show up. Or maybe. I don't really understand how that works. They talked a lot and I only listened to part of it.
Dagorno, that all seems very complicated. Let's keep it at the base level for now. Just
agreed.
You and me talk. We don't need to bring any witches into this for now, you know.
So you're close to him, and what he ends up doing is he just like licks your face and then like does the dog headbutt into your chest. So like just like lick, agreed, and like does the head bump.
Cool. Okay, let's get you and me matching hats, or this night will be ruined.
Yeah, I think you have to, and I'm using my hands, but I think you'll have to use something to keep it on because I think it'll fall off if I scratch my ear.
A string.
Yeah.
And
so,
I start moving forward.
Robin is like rummaging around in the caravan at this point, if that's reasonable, if we were close enough to it. Sure. Going through there, and she when she said matching hats, she was referring to matching hats that she had been making for the two dogs. So they already like are made for dogs to wear. What she's currently doing is hastily refitting Dogskay's hat to fit Remy, so that they will now have matching hats with Remy and Dagorno. Doing this before Remy gets in and realizes that, oh no, I didn't have a hat for you. I'm making one quick though.
Okay, roll me a craft.
Cool. Nice. That is 17 plus 10 for 27.
27. All right. Yeah. It's going to take a little bit because crafting in itself is inherently a time consumption thing. But
sure.
you're working on it. Also, Molly, I have a question about your crown. Is it broken?
Yes.
Okay.
I just broke it taking it out of the packaging.
Oh no!
I know you've got like the one side. It's got this nice like curve, and then this like right into your eye.
Yep. Nope. Definitely.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Immediately. I'm gonna have to take all of the dangly bits off. It's fine. This is part of the course for Molly behavior. Get too impatient. Try to yank off of whatever thing was containing it, and immediately this happens.
I don't know why this reminded me. Actually, I know why this reminded me. I remember the thing I wanted to say. I wanted to give one more thank you. I wanted to thank everyone who showed up and stayed for the werewolf charity that I was a part of yesterday, and for donating and keeping me alive just so that at the end I wouldn't survive. So thank you everyone for that. That was really fun, and I appreciate the fact that I got the most donations out of everyone, which was awesome. And that was with Mark Meir, who is commander.
Yeah.
To the show, like. Yeah, that was crazy. Literally, like when we took break, everyone was like, "Hey, Jake, everyone just wants you to be superpowered. So here's like all of the donations." I was like, "Yeah,
hell yeah."
Anyway, sorry. Back to what we were saying. So you're working on the crafting. Moss, you get into the caravan because you are adamant about going back and changing.
Here's what I'm wearing.
What is Remy and Krug going to be doing?
Krug is going to clean himself up and assuming we have 10, 15 minutes, clean himself up and then gonna go try to meditate again a little bit because in the last episode I tried and failed to meditate. I'm doing it one more time.
I mean, you were successful in the action of meditating, but the
no, I was successful in the action of sitting down and crossing my legs and closing my eyes. That is what I was successful in doing. Not the same thing.
You're having difficulty as well this time around, but I will say that they're not communicating with you. They're respecting boundaries in the sense that they understand what you're trying to do, but the thing is that they're constantly there, and when you meditate, you're just bringing yourself closer to the veil of their existence. As you leave your body almost from the material plane and trying to reach a higher plane of existence with your mind, it removes that inherent barrier that exists between the material plane and the spirit world. So anytime you meditate, you're going to have some sort of interaction with them as you have become intertwined as a whole.
So what you're telling me is that I can't blame them. It's my fault and I still can't meditate.
Yep.
So, okay, in that case, Kurg starts to meditate and in the caravan trying to block out as much of the outside world as he can. He's in a very familiar and comfortable environment. He sits down and crosses his legs. Then he just kind of sits there for a minute and then he opens his eyes again and goes, God damn it, I swear I'm gonna Okay, all right. I'm not in a great mood. I hope these people just give us the peace and let us move on because this isn't gonna be pretty. And then he just gets up and starts walking and waits at the threshold of the city for everybody.
And what about Remy?
So Remy will also get cleaned up, but Remy wants to is in detective mode for a little while everyone's doing their business, and is gonna go and try and see if they can talk to the person room 13.
Okay. You go to the door and you definitely hear that there's someone inside. But they're not responding to the door.
Hey, this is Detective Ashwillow. I'm just here to ask you a few questions.
The door swings open and he stands there. He goes, yeah? You got some questions for me? Huh? And just closes the door in your face.
Yes, I do. First, what is your name? Second.
When the door slams in front of you, it slams so hard that it doesn't have the opportunity to latch, and it just starts to slowly rock open as he turns around and starts walking further into the room. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Wrong way. I don't care what I roll because I'm going to use.
Whoa!
Well, natural 20.
0 point.
I was literally gonna say I don't care what I roll. I'm gonna use a hero point, but nope, no, I'm not.
No, well, I do care what I roll. You look into the room, and the room is very much of the meme of paperwork everywhere and twine strung between each one of them, right.
Yeah, Pepe Sylvia.
You would expect him to be smoking a cigarette and holding his hand up, right? That's what the room looks like, except for instead of a cigarette, he's literally got a bottle and he's downing the bottle and setting it down. You can see that there's a wrapping around his hand, and this is only because you got that natural 20, by the way. He's got a wrapping around his hand. He's carrying a bottle of some sort of brown liquor. You know it is liquor because the stench from it is so strong. His room doesn't look like it's been slept in. And if he did sleep, he slept on piles of paper. There's a bed, but it's got just notebooks and paper and stuff everywhere. If you were to just have looked at this room, you would have assumed it was a room of a hoarder. But you can see, as you like kind of peek in and look around, you can see that this text, if not all of it, is around or something about vampirism.
Yeah, so just a couple of questions. I hope you don't mind. And I like creak the door open a little bit just to be like, so, what is your name? How long have you been here? Why is the sky blue? Sometimes I breathe in and my teeth hurt, and sometimes when I breathe in, they don't. If you have any information about that, I was trying to talk to some people earlier about it, and they just didn't know what to tell me. So,
Remy, roll me a reflex save.
Okay.
No diplomacy check, huh?
I don't care what I roll. I'm going to use a hero point. I'm just kidding. I don't know why I closed my tablet back up. I literally opened it up to use it, and then I closed it back up like habitually.
Like you do.
Anyway, reflex save. Oh, tight. 27.
So all of a sudden, as you're asking these questions and you're kind of like looking up the air, like using your fingers to count all of the things that you have questions on, in the last few seconds, you see that bottle of brown liquid flies towards you, and you just bolt out of the way as it shatters against the wall. It goes, "Shut the hell up, God!"
Little butterfingers over here, you know.
And as he puts his hand to his head to like kind of rub the headache away, he goes, fuck, God,
Oh, did you hurt your hand? And then Remy like comes into the room and like closes the door behind them. Did you hurt your hand encountering a vampire?
He sits up straight and looks across the room from you. What do you know about vampires?
Oh, what do I know about vampires? I know that there are vampires. I know that they are here. And like there was a moment of like very cool, and now it's just like gone. They're living in the castle.
Uh-huh.
And they're throwing a party that I am attending.
Can I offer you a drink there? What's your name?
Detective Ashwillow, please.
Can I offer you a drink, Detective Ashwillow?
Yes, you may offer me a drink.
And he like looks over and realizes that he threw the bottle, and then he rings the bell and he goes, "Whiskey! Whiskey!"
Yes, that is a familiar noise.
Yeah.
I see. How long have you been in town?
I've been in town for a couple weeks.
Did you come here for the vampires?
I had heard rumor that there was a coterie of vampires here. Yes.
A coterie of vampires. That's the one where they like they choose.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, this is kind of new to me. I was here for a different undead problem. So
Well, yes, there's a coterie of vampires, the family that lives up on the hill.
So if you know they are vampires, why haven't you done something to them yet, right? Are you some sort of vampire hunter? It kind of looks like it.
Yes, but it's not that simple. You can't just attack a vampire. They're significantly stronger than us.
That's you.
And these ones are a little bit different. I'm trying to figure it out before I get rid of them.
Okay. So you have like a lot of knowledge about vampires.
Uh-huh.
Are they bad, like inherently?
Yes, they're horrible, horrible creatures.
They're horrible, horrible creatures.
They're abominations on this planet.
Okay, I see. All right. Abominations on this planet. Okay. Then say they're given like a circumstance. Do you think that there would ever be a vampire who does not be an abomination on this planet?
No such thing.
No such thing.
And
You've never.
for years.
Oh, and you've been doing it for years. Okay. Well, then I have to trust you implicitly because I have no knowledge of the subject. You seem very informed. Okay. Well, cool. What are you going to the party? Did they invite you?
No, I'm not invited. But I will be sneaking around trying to get a little bit of a glimpse. I'm trying to figure out where they sleep. We have to go in. Well, sorry, I said we. God, I'm so used to having a partner.
Oh, you had a partner. I have a partner, my wife.
That sounds complicated and messy.
I mean, it can be, you know what I mean? A little nudge here, eh? Wink.
It's a sex joke. Got it.
No, we live in a bog and a swamp and in the woods sometimes. It's like we don't really have a home. We just kind of like to rough it. And by rough it, you know, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, you know? She turns into a gorilla and beats the crap out of me.
All right. What I'm going to say is that was a lot of information. Second, what I'm going to say is you can't kill them during the night. You got to kill them during the day. That's the only way that you out-strengthen them. You find where they sleep, take them out. But they've got non-vampires there at the house. So it makes it really hard. Tonight's a good opportunity. I'm going to be sneaking around, but I need it to be a little bit later. But if you're going, maybe you can help me out. You could be my new partner.
Okay. Do I still get to be a detective?
Yes. You could be a detective. You're detecting where their coffins are.
Their coffins? I was looking for their coffins. I was in their castle before. All I found was a bed and a painting.
Well, try to sneak away from the party. They're going to be plenty distracted tonight if they're going to be drinking and having fun. So do that. Do that.
Okay. And what do I call you?
You can call me friend.
Detective friend.
Works for me.
Robin enters the inn. I assume seeing nobody on like the main floor there. If everyone has gone, Krug to like the front gates and Moss to go get dressed.
I mean, how much is Krug changing?
Putting on clothing and showering.
Okay.
Cool. Then yeah, I think Robin is gonna. I forget. Did we all get one room, or did we get?
Remy and Robin got
have
one
their own room, and then we're split up. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then yeah, Robin is gonna head over to her and Remy's room because she also does need to change. And she has Dogskay with her. Is Dagorno with you, or would he be following Robin as well?
Oh, I think Dagorno would be following you.
Cool.
Just like because I wanted to go off and do some stuff on my own.
Cool.
And
Then she has fixed the Sherlock type. What is the name of that kind of hat that Sherlock wears? There is like a name for it, but he's wearing one of those hats.
Are we all Googling it right now?
It's called like a deer stalker.
Deer stalker, yes. Dagorno is wearing a deer stalker. Dogskay is wearing. I can roll for this if you want me to try to find something specific, but I was looking for just like in the costume section, a skirt or even like a tutu that would fit Dogskay to kind of match Robin a little bit more.
Sure, I'm down for it.
I can just find that. Yeah. So I think I'm honestly imagining that like she was looking for something that would blend in more, but what she found was just like a pink tutu, like the kind of gaudiest, like you just picture a ballerina tutu, like what the fucking hippos wore in almost in Futurama, in Fantasia. Dogskay is wearing that, and yeah, Robin's gonna go up and change into her outfit that Moss had picked out the night before.
Everyone in the chat is dressing Krug.
I know. I love the idea of Krug in a top hat and an ascot.
And a bolo tie. That's so good. Krug in a bolo tie. I mean, not just because of the southern accent, but like also because Krug would look just excellent in a bolo tie.
Okay, Molly, if Moss is not going to gather those things, I would like to also gather some things to bring to Krug at the gate.
Yes, I think that we should both just show up with accessories for Krug.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Krug, how does it feel to have two moms who are your friends?
Terrible, I guess. I don't know.
All the ruffles.
We understand you don't know how to dress yourself. So Here's this.
Are you talking about player or character right now? I don't know.
4K no Los Dos?
That's a great question.
Where's the daylight?
What?
Daylight between Krug and Krug?
No.
They're
Yeah.
the different person. That's what they're implying. They're the same person.
Yeah.
As Krug, you come down just wearing your normal clothes, but like clean. You see both Robin and Moss are standing in like
We both have full outfits.
yeah, they both have full outfits, and you see them like holding stuff up, discussing amongst themselves. I don't know. I think you'd look better in an ascot. What don't you think? No, I think a bolo tie would look a lot better. Like, so the two of you are having this discussion as Krug walks in. You're like, "What are you doing?"
Krug.
Krug, put this on your head. And
Yeah, try this on too, actually.
Moss immediately plops a top hat on Krug's head.
I'm going to start buttoning a cloak around him.
Yeah. Oh, and I think this ascot would absolutely look lovely as well. I mean,
The ascot's good, but try the bolo tie. Just try the bolo.
do you think it's too ostentatious to do both at the same time?
I think it might be, but here's the thing: we haven't. I mean, Krug, have you tried? Like, I mean, your fashion palette is fairly limited, so maybe we should try going big and scale down if we need to.
Okay. Look at this velvet coat.
Oh, that is nice. Can I try that on for a second?
Yes, of course.
Okay, yeah.
I can't move, y'all. I really legitimately I can't move my arms.
Okay.
There's so much clothing.
I'm gonna undo the corset and take that off of him.
Look, I appreciate what y'all trying to do, but I say this in the kindest and most like in respectful way that I could possibly muster. I'm not wearing any of this garbage.
As he's saying that, Moss is shoving rings on his finger.
Yeah. We were worried you'd say that, Krug, and I should tell you. Do you know much about vampires? Have you read many of the scrolls? Heard many songs on them?
I mean, I don't.
Quiet, okay. They. And Jake, I'm getting ready to roll deception on this. They, historically, most vampires, especially the ones who, will have parties and bring people over, they are much more likely to, I guess the word is devour people who tend to look less fancy. The fancier you are, it's kind of like a shield, according to the legends I've heard. So, I mean, I know it's not comfortable, but it is in your best interest to dress up a little bit.
Moss is rubbing shimmer on his cheekbones.
Oh my god! And you can't get rid of that.
And I've never worn makeup a day in my life, so I have no idea what's going on. I'm just like,
this is some magic.
Also, please make them roll deception for that, pretty please.
I assume I have to, because that was an utter lie. Yeah, I'm gonna use a hero point.
I can't even use a hero point. That's not fair.
Krug,
oh, that's much better.
Krug, would you let me pierce your ear right now? Just
No,
It's a 20
absolutely
total.
not. You don't get anywhere near my ear with anything sharp. Are you kidding me?
I can heal you right away.
yeah,
No.
Tell me you wouldn't look good with a nose piercing. Tell me.
None of
Oh,
this is
that's a good
happening.
idea,
Oh,
Remy.
Krug, get a septum like the
Oh,
bull
yes.
ring.
What is your roll, please?
It was a 20 total with
God.
guidance.
Oh wait, is it perception DC?
Yes.
Oh, I win.
Oh,
I
okay.
win by
That's
one.
fine. That's okay. Oh my god. Yeah, I had to roll a 17 for that. I'm not a good liar.
Okay, but regardless,
Yeah.
Krug's gonna say, "Wow, is that right? Oh, I had no idea. So
Yeah.
okay, I guess this is fine. But Moss, don't pierce my ear. I swear, Moss. You'll never cast a spell again in your life.
Just for tonight. Just for
Absolutely
one night.
not.
Okay.
Moss, there's a line, and it is right there.
Here's the thing, Moss. If he spends half the night dressed like this, he's gonna want an earring because it would be so complimentary at this point. So he'll come around.
I can go. Look at this one. It's so good. It's this nice little gemstone. It would really complement skin
it's-
tone.
It does. It kind of brings out your eyes a bit too.
Yes. Okay. Well, if I can't do this, at least let me put some kohl around your eyes. Moss is starting to apply black eyeliner.
No.
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
what's this stuff on my face? What is this? Oh God,
It's
it's so shiny.
enhancement.
It's
an
regality,
enhancement of
Krug.
your natural beauty.
I just want to point out how problematic it is to call Krug a thirst trap when we're about to go talk to some vampires.
Oh my god.
I'm a tall drink of human blood.
I feel like a thirst trap for vampires is just someone who's bleeding.
Yeah.
K-Cutting says he is bait.
Remy like comes down the stairs or wherever all of you are. And is like, oh my gosh,
Don't
It's Krug.
dare say it.
Krug, you
Don't
look
say-
so
Remy.
good. You know what will make this perfect, everyone? If like some earrings. I have earrings myself. If you want,
I agree.
We were saying.
we just get a little pierce here. The boom boom. Have we thought about like a septum? A septum?
I was thinking
And
the bowling.
at that moment,
I enter crane stance.
The crossfade.
at that moment, we see the four of them in the caravan wiggling around as Krug sits in the back with fake ear piercings as a mid
Compromise.
agreement. No real
clip-ons.
piercings, but like the
Mhm.
fake rings that make
Yeah.
it in Krug's ear. And Krug, at any moment, you could easily just take them off.
Mhm.
I'm scratching them, just like it's so itchy. I don't
It's
know.
hot. And I like slap the hand. I'm like, you promised to wear them past the beginning, the entrance for everyone to see.
You look so beautiful, Krug. I've never seen you look so stately.
As you
Okay.
get up there, you can see that there is a set of caravans and horses all along the front end, all set up very nicely along the edge. The door is closed and it starts to rain again. Like now it's a little bit heavier. So you all kind of have to rush in underneath the awning of the front entrance. Two large doors stand there.
I don't want to do this anymore. Just putting that out there. Seems like a lot of people didn't really think this through, and I don't think I want to go in. So I'm going to stay out here in the rain, and I'll search the perimeter. Yeah, good, cool.
No, you just want to be out in the rain, and also all of the people.
I want to be in the rain, but I mean, count them, babe. I haven't. I think literally I haven't had to socialize with this many people on this kind of scale since I was 12.
Okay, I will count all of the possible vampires.
Don't actually count them. It's
One.
okay. That'll keep you occupied.
Two.
Stop! You
Um,
cry.
Okay, I do.
My favorite vampire, the one that's a puppet that counts.
The one that can bite me, but I won't feel it.
It would be like a nice little kiss bite.
I do want to take a moment to like do a little bit of like a tiny like flashback here, because like I was thinking, and I definitely think I would have told everybody about Detective Friend.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
So like we could in the caravan on the way there, I think like we have this conversation where I literally tell you exactly what happened,
Mhm.
but like it's from Remy's perspective, so just so you're getting it, the way I would divulge the information would feel like this person really knows what they're talking about,
Okay.
is not malicious at all.
Okay.
Like, yeah, because as far as I know, I mean, like, I think vampires are bad.
Mm-hmm.
I met an expert who confirmed that emphatically. So that is like
Cool.
that scene with that like perspective. That's
Cool.
what I tell everyone. So yeah, so tonight I'm going to be, sort of the inside person,
I mean, I think that could be helpful. This guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about. We do need to be careful, whatever happens, because I mean, vampires are dangerous, and I mean, Detective Friend is right. They're potentially more powerful than any of us are, as shocking as that is to believe.
Especially with all of this cloud cover and how like later in the night there won't be any sun coming through. So
Well,
I
I think that I just will be able to use my charms and distract them for you, since we're a good team, and you can look around and just try not to be too conspicuous.
Well, I, for one, am just excited for a party. I mean, I haven't been to a party since I was like 14, 15, I've been 12 years old. This is still in the caravan back there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Robin, we are going to party it up.
Oh, I cannot. I think I remember my dances. I can do my dances.
Oh, I'll dance with you.
Moss, nothing would make me happier.
I
Other
think
than to
that
dance with
would
you,
be
Remy.
delightful.
Oh, that's okay. Krug, did you have anything to say about this situation?
I hate everybody in this caravan.
But you're so pretty.
Yeah, you look the best you've ever looked.
Moss sidles up next to Krug and like cuddles on him.
Did Detective Friend say anything about vampires' affinity with magic? Is that a thing that we have to worry about?
Oh shoot. I didn't even think to ask. I don't really think about the arcane.
That's all right. Neither do I.
Yeah.
You did not talk to him about that.
Can I roll? I guess Arcana, maybe religion on that to see if, like, I guess like vampires' weaknesses,
Like nature, maybe?
maybe nature.
You can roll whatever you want. You tell me what you want to roll.
Yeah. Would I always forget, with vampires not being like natural beings, would nature give me information about their nature?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, depending on what you roll, depends on what direction the knowledge comes from.
Okay. I think I'm gonna roll religion actually, because I feel like that just feels like I'm more likely to get helpful stuff with religion, and it's not a much smaller bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad I used my hero point.
We have 10.
Oh, we have 10. Oh, that's right. We have all those ones. I'm gonna use a hero
From
point.
Remus.
I rolled a 1, so I'm not gonna let that happen. Well, now it's a 3, so 14 religion.
14 religion.
Mhm.
You know that they have an affinity. They have an issue with holy symbols. You know that basically the information that you kind of get from it is very like Hollywood, like traditional things. Sunlight, holy symbols, holy water. That stuff hurts them. Stakes. That's kind of like what you know about them.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about magic affinity, but yeah, holy things would help. So, I mean, maybe, our cloaks and hand wraps and I guess your sword, babe, maybe those would count. I mean, they were bequeathed unto us by gods.
Oh, sorry, my what?
Your sword?
Huh.
Right?
Right.
You don't have it, do you?
Can I make sure to take a set of prayer beads with me?
Sure.
Sweet.
Sure. Okay, so you are standing at the door. Would anyone like to knock?
No.
Yes. I knock.
Oh God, Robin's gonna go back to the caravan.
Robin,
and then Remy's gonna grab her and pull her back.
If you put all that effort into making me look like this and don't come into this party, I'm gonna be so upset with you. You have no idea.
You have to dance with me. You have to dance.
God, I know I was talking so big in the caravan, but I mean, look, it's you know me. Oh God. All right, Krug, for you.
The door opens, and an extremely pale man that you haven't seen opens the door and looks at you, and looks kind of wild-eyed and stares at you. Lightning strikes from behind you, causing you all to turn around, and you look back, and he looks at you and he goes, "It's astounding.
Time is fleeting.
Time is fleeting.
It truly is.
Madness takes its toll." And you hear a voice from behind going, "Richard, please, you've drank too much. Come inside. And Dr. Ravno walks up and goes, sorry about that.
Doctor.
He's already drank too much. I apologize."
Well, hey, the party doesn't start until the lightning strikes, right? that's what we say in my house. So.
Yeah, but hopefully you don't drink too much tonight.
Yeah, I'm the host of the party. I can't drink all that much, but I am going to have a good time. But come on in. I'm so happy you all came.
Yeah,
I'm so delighted to be here. Do you
Honored.
like my regalia?
It's beautiful. I love it. And you also notice that she has. You notice it's her.
They have.
Thank you. I've already fucked up my own character. You notice that you notice who it is, but they have a beautiful mask on. It's got red feathers that kind of mask around their head and out. It's just kind of like around their eyes, but the feathers kind of cover the top of their head. And they go, "Come, please, come in."
Oh, do we get to pick our own masks out?
Absolutely. In fact, here are all of the masks in which you get to choose from. And there on the table sits from small, elegant, single black eye masks all the way up to ferocious beasts of a mask. I want each of you to pick a mask, and I would like you to describe it to us of what the mask looks like. Is anyone want to go first?
Yeah, so my mask looks like it's got like a lion's so it would be like just the mouth, a lion's mouth, like teeth like open, like mouth open, and the fur, but then around it has like the lion's mane. So you don't see the entire lion's face, but you do see like the mouth, and the mouth is open, and there are teeth, and the teeth are like separated in a way where you can like there are eye holes just between the mouth, and then the mane goes around, and the mane is like so big that it kind of covers most of the rest of Remy's face.
All right. Anyone else who's ready?
Mine is like a mask that covers this, and it's black and blue lace with crystals, but there is a partial crescent moon that comes off of the side that is adorned with like blue butterfly wings on the edge. And it's very glittery, very heavy, very over the top, and it ties behind Moss's head with a blue ribbon.
Awesome. Robin or Krug?
I am finding an exact picture of mine that I'm going to send in the chat as well. I'm so close to having it.
Krugman.
Mine is a very plain gray mask that covers my entire face and does not have an opening for a mouth, only opening for eyes.
Okay, I think I can send this. I don't know if I'm allowed to send links or that link works. It won't let me, but I can describe it. So it is. Okay.
I'm gonna just
we can send it.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just going to go at. It was
Nightbot yelling at you.
But yeah, she's.
Try it out.
Let's see if this link even works. But yeah, she is inexplicably drawn to the most extravagant one there, possibly more than Moss, but I'll let Moss kind of determine that. It is very much peacock inspired. It literally looks like peacock feathers going like a full 8-9 inches off of her head. The mask itself is the same kind of like swirling, almost oil slick colors. And that part is just like kind of mask shaped, just covering her nose and like leaving her eyes open, and then just this big kind of like headdress of feathers. And I had mentioned when we came last night that she had been under the effect of a spell that I don't imagine as being conscious, but she had been, I forget what the spell is called, but lets her basically change age ranges at will. And on the ride over here, she was her regular age. Or she was a little bit like seeming younger as she was like kind of hyped for it. At the door, she's back to the regular age we know in her nerves. But as she puts this mask on, she starts to become a lot more comfortable, maybe in her anonymity. And again, just reverts in age to what Remy would recognize as probably about 13, 14 when we first got married. And her colors all change to match the peacock as well. So she's just like full rainbow skin and eyes.
I'm going to let you have this for once and say that the mask is more extravagant than Moss's.
It doesn't need to be. It's just more extravagant than you would expect. Yeah, okay.
No, I love it because Moss is all about this like being like a friend outing for the two of them. She's so delighted. Oh, I'm so happy that you chose that one. You look so lovely, Robin.
It just felt right, It just seemed
right.
like it would fit. And
you should dress up more often. We should do this all the time. Why don't we just dress up like once a week and go into some tavern and just break all of the hearts?
I don't really like taverns, but we'll see how tonight goes. Maybe I'm getting back at the game, but this is work. We're here for work, not for fun.
It's like it's eating my eyes.
It is. Well, look out, babe. Rawr, I know.
Oh, but it is not.
No, it's not your fun.
Dr. Ravnik goes, please come on in. There's plenty of food and drink, and there are so many people here to talk to and hang out with. I hope you all have a good time. I've got to go around and continue to mingle, but please, please, please have a wonderful time. I'm so happy you all came. And they come over and kind of give each of you like a little hug, and then they go back into the party and continue to talk with people. All of you look into the party. Some of you frightened to do so, but the rest of you excited at the opportunity to meet and mingle and talk with new people. You can see that this is probably the most diverse group of people that you've ever seen in your life. Like all things that exist on this planet exist in this room. You can see that there are clearly werefolk that are in here mingling, walking around, that are it might just be a really, really good costume, but it's so good that you can't tell. But within the werefolk, you can see that there are were-rats, there are werewolves, there are were-boars, there are were-tigers. All of them exist in this area. You can see people walking around that look to be dead themselves. They like either the makeup or the spell that they've cast upon themselves has allowed it so that you could see through their body, and you can see that there is a bone structure around them that you can see through. You shouldn't be able to see through that. You see people within here that look to be spirits or ghosts of different people from different ancestors. You see dwarven ghosts. You see lizard folk ghosts. You see everything between, and they're all intermingling and talking, each of them holding something in their hand, whether it be a refreshment or a piece of food or a snack, as they all talk around a giant circle in which you can see that some of them have chosen to pick up and dance to the music that is flowing throughout the entire place. You can see that the band itself looks just as magnificent as the costumes on all of the people that are here, from them also being skeletons playing the drums to large gelatinous blobs playing horned instruments. This is either one of two things: an extremely talented bunch of people who have and love the Night of Lamashtu, or
a monster mash.
You have walked into a monster mash.
monster little mash. Sean?
Monster mash. I have two questions, and I will roll for either if I need to. The first question is: do we see non-monster folk here? Like, do we see?
Well, you see people that look non-monster.
That appear to be. Okay, cool. And second question: can I get a sense of where was it? The son who was playing piano?
Yes,
the son. Yeah, the son.
Cool. I want to see if I can scope out the son and go talk to him. I don't remember his name.
Carl.
Cool.
Carl.
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Perception is +13, +15 is 28.
You look around the room, and while it is a little bit difficult for you to find him, you can see him talking with a group of people over by the band that is currently performing. You believe it's him, but of course he's wearing a mask, so it's a little bit difficult to see who it is. But you have a very good feeling that it's him.
Robin would like to. I don't want to say would like to, but Robin is like compelled to go over and just like, you know, when you just kind of try to insert yourself into a group conversation, you just like get in a circle and start like laughing when everyone else laughs until you start figuring out where the conversation is at, and then start trickling in comments until they don't realize that you weren't there the whole time. I want to do something like that.
As you walk up and you make your first giggle at a comment, Carl looks at you and goes, "Oh my gosh, Robin, is that you?"
Hi. Yeah, that's me.
Oh my God! Thank you so much for coming. Oh my God, you look magnificent.
Thank you, Carl.
Have you had a chance to get any snacks or refreshments?
You know, I haven't. I've been overtaken by the sights, and I've barely gotten to smell yet.
Oh, you need to go out there. We have some delicious cuts. Oh my God, it's so wonderful. And if you enjoy a little bit of the veggie side, I know some people do, there is a whole entire platter of fresh fruits and vegetables over there as well.
I would love to. Yeah, I'm sure I'll have to get over there. I mean, would you mind showing me over? I don't want to get lost. It's such a big place full of people, wonderful people here, you know. You
know what? And he puts his arm out for you to take it, like, you know, arm in arm. It would be my pleasure.
Well, not if it's mine first.
Do you grab his arm?
Yeah.
You grab his arm, and he starts to take you over to where the food is. And as he is doing that, he is casually talking with you, just like, oh, what did you do today? Just small. He's just kind of small talking. As Robin does that, a man walks up wearing all red and puts his hand out to Moss. And as you look down at his hand, you can see that his hand is actually 4 skinny, tight nails that are extended out, and his feet are cloven. You look up and down, you can see that this is someone dressed or is a demon, and puts his hand out to Moss and says, "May I have this dance?"
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you. And he takes your hand and he slowly walks you out to the dance floor and brings you in closely as he places one hand upon your hip and one hand hand in hand. And he looks at you and goes, "I've never seen you here. Is this your first evening ever coming?"
Coming. Well, yes. I mean, here it's my first
Just
time.
a word.
Here. And I like your horns.
Oh, thank you. In fact, he does have two large horns that bend back and pull and go to like backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts to sway back and forth with you. And
Moss is turning on the charm as she reaches up and touches one of his horns.
And he kind of like an animal when you like kind of like rubs into it. Where I come from, that could be inappropriate.
Who's saying that I want to be appropriate?
I knew I picked the right one. And the two of you start to sway with the music back and forth. Remy, as you're standing there, you see that people start to kind of look towards Moss and look towards this actually very tall, thin, demon-sized creature dancing with Moss, and you think to yourself, if I was going to sneak away, this would be my moment.
Krug, I'm going to sneak away. This is my moment.
All right. Good luck.
Also,
Holler if you need anything.
Also,
loudly,
really quick,
please.
because we came in here, we saw all of this, and everybody Robin went off, and then Moss got like asked to dance. Can I just like take a moment to be like, whoa? I mean, are you seeing all of this?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, pretty wild, huh? Okay, see you, buddy. And Remy's gonna sneak off.
I'm also gonna stealth off after Remy.
Both of you roll me stealth checks. And
do you want me to not know that you
Correct.
are following me?
That was my
This
question.
is so cool.
I was like, are you stealthing to follow Remy or stealthing with Remy? Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Nice.
my own stealth is excellent. It's gonna be 26 for my stealth.
You're at the Krug?
Yeah, my dice thing closed. Give me 1 second.
Gotcha. Remy, you start to pitter-patter out through and up a staircase that just happens to be right out of eye shot of people. You go up the stairs, and as you get to it, it's a hallway that goes left and right, and it kind of seems to wrap around the main ballroom in which everyone is in.
I got a 29.
29 stealth. What is Remy and Krug's passive Actually, Krug, you're going to actively roll a perception. And
Cool.
Remy, what is your
There's
passive?
no way it's higher than 29.
It's 10 plus my perception, right?
Oh, actually, maybe. Yeah, still couldn't be because mine is only 23.
Mine's I think 18.
18. So Krug, what is your perception check?
I got a natural 20.
Okay. So
31.
You're able to follow Remy, no problem. Remy,
You critically succeeded on your stealth check against me. That's amazing.
In fact, you see Krug go the other way.
yeah. So Remy, you have no idea that Krug is following you. Krug, you are following Remy, and very stealthily, might I add, that the fact that you are quietly stepping up the stairs, matching with the steps of the music, so that any sort of possible noise or creak that would come out would just sound like it's a part of the beat of the song. And you're able to follow Remy. Remy, you get to the top of the stairs and you see that this goes left and right around the main area, and that there are little portholes that allow you to see into the dance floor. But your height, you can easily just walk underneath them without being able to be seen.
All right, I'm doing it. I'm gonna keep going.
On the right side, as the left side, as you walk around it, is the eye holes basically into the dance floor. To the right are a series of doors. Each of them look to be what seems to be a bedroom of some sort.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the first one that I come across, and I'm gonna like really carefully try to open it, see if it's unlocked.
You reach up and you place your hand on it and you open it up, and the door unlatches and you slowly creak it open, and it looks to be a bedroom. Not overly filled. You can tell that this is more than likely a guest bedroom and is just got the bare essentials, some candles, a bed, some nightstands, stuff like that.
A little like whisper to themselves, like a guest bedroom. More like a snack bedroom. Okay. And then continues on to the next room.
You go and you open the next 3 or 4 doors on this area, and you can in fact tell that this seems to be like the area in which is being used for guest bedrooms. More than likely, they have been set up specifically for anyone that wants to stay the night tonight, as they have drank too much, stayed up too late, whatever it may be. These seem to be those bedrooms.
All right, then I'm not going to search the rest of them. Then after the first couple, I'm just going to be like, all right, I'm going to head back the other way.
Krug, you see Remy opening these doors, peeking in, and after checking a few, they turn around and start walking towards you. They do not see you, but they start walking.
I wanted to, if they went down a hallway, right, and just started opening doors and not really, disappearing from view for very long, I would have just stayed at the top of the stairs. So if they're walking back towards me, I would just basically turn around so that they can't see me.
Okay, so you're going to go back.
Maybe I would, take off the top hat and, put it in front of my body so that I have a different, profile,
And turn your back?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Remy, you can roll a perception to see a gentleman standing at the top of the stairs with their back towards you.
Yeah, sure.
And Krug, roll me a
Yep.
It's not a stealth. I can't remember
Deception?
Deception?
I'll take deception.
Performance, maybe.
I rolled 14.
I got a 19.
Seems right.
Remy, it looks like there is just someone standing up at the top. You kind of freeze for a second and notice that they don't notice you, or at least perceive to not notice you, and you just kind of cat burglar tiptoe.
It's even I stop for a second and then I'm like, and you can hear me laughing to myself, and then Remy starts moving forward.
Krug's eyes roll literally 360 degrees around.
Thank God I'm me and not someone else.
And I continue on the other direction. What do I see?
As you walk down that, you can see to your left, again, there are a couple of doors similar to the ones you were at. But as you kind of turn the corner, you can see that it is a long hallway that leads down into a further space within the building. So this seems to be the direction you want to kind of go into to find anything else other than spare bedrooms.
Definitely continuing forward.
Krug, are you going to follow?
Yeah, absolutely.
Krug, you continue to follow. Robin, you walk over to the snacks section where there is, in fact, a huge platter. Imagine this being it's a standard or a high-end party. So there is full-on plates of food that you can have. You can see that there is a roasted boar out there. There is small little pieces of food that has been cut into bite-sized pieces, small, delicate, all over the world foods here. And there's also a section specifically dedicated for those people who don't even eat meats. Over here, and he goes, well, here it is. And would you like some punch? It's wonderful. It is alcoholic. So,
I can handle a little. Yeah, I'm older than I look. I've been around I've been around a couple buildings a couple times. I can drink a little bit. Yeah, it's fine.
I was not commenting upon your age. I find you very beautiful, and of whatever age.
I can stop you, Dave. I am soon to be married.
You mean Carl?
Carl. You know what? Let's keep it though. And in fact, she does. And she finishes the sentence and says, "Carl."
I'll get us some punch. I'll be right back. And
I won't go anywhere.
he walks. He's not like walking out of like eyesight. Like he's literally walking maybe 10 feet to the end of the table to like where there is the stereotypical like punch bowl, right? And he like it's a big red bowl of punch, and it's kind of Lamashtu theme. So someone has thrown something inside of it to make it look like it's bubbling, and smoke is coming out of it. Dry ice. And he scoops a cup up, and he fills one up and sets it off to the side, and scoops another and sets it there, and he takes it and takes the other one and walks back over to you and hands you one. Well, cheers to a wonderful evening. What do you say?
And to you too, Kyle. Listen,
Carl,
I'm sorry. Listen, I have to be honest. It's nothing about you. It's my. There's so many beautiful people here, and none, of course, more than the one in front of me. But it rattles my brain, and I just trying to get my bearings here. Is there a place we could talk privately? Actually, there's just so much going on here, and I kind of have something I wanted to talk to you about.
I thought you were soon to be married. Are you flirting with me?
I'm certainly not. She is blushing very heavily. No, I'm not. I have sensitive information that I need to discuss.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. There is a section of the house that no one's allowed in at the moment, but let's head over there. How did you say?
Yeah, of course. I need to be clear. I am getting married, and I love them very much. And when I said that no one more beautiful, I mean, listen. When my eye falls on them, it's like it should be nowhere else. I want to make that very clear. But you're very kind. Yeah, let's go to the private room for sure. Yeah.
Come on, let's.
Yeah, she follows.
Moss, you stand there, and the song finishes, and he looks to you, and he gracefully lets go of you, and puts his hands together and gives you a little bit of a bow and says, "Thank you so much for dancing with me."
Oh, the pleasure was all mine. And to whom did I have the pleasure of this dance?
Isn't part of it fun that there's a mystery behind it?
Well, I suppose, but I'm going to be thinking of you all night, and I'd like to have a name to apply to that thought.
Don't you know that it's improper for a demon to give out his name?
Well, you see, I have demon blood, so maybe the rules are different for me.
I think the name you can call me by is Cloaky.
Oh, what?
And as he stands there, he shrinks down into what you remember seeing him into another, like when you were in hell with Asmodeus. He shrinks down and he looks up to you and goes, it's kind of the one night I get to come out.
Ugh, Clokey, you almost had me there.
Hey, it was fun though. You had a nice dance, did you not? Come on. You were all like touching my horn and whatnot. It was fun. I had a good time.
Loki, you devil.
You are never to bring this up ever again. And you are not to tell Asmodeus in any way, shape, or form. Do you understand?
Would you like to stroke my horn?
I will put you in a cabinet in the caravan for a week straight in the dark.
If I what? If I tell Asmodeus or if I mention it ever again?
All of that.
Oh, come on. What if, look, I'll make it up. One more dance. Come on.
If you go back to being handsome and not whatever this is.
He rubs his face and you can see the face of like what he looked like before. And he goes, "You prefer me like this?"
I absolutely prefer you like that. I feel like if that is what you looked like at all times, I would feel a lot better about your involvement in my life.
You know I can look like whatever I want to look like, right? Like, hold on. And he like pulls forward and he like wisps hair back. And like, as it comes back, he looks like Scott now. He goes, "Is this much better?"
I do not enjoy that. Please stop that at once.
Wait. Hey, I know someone that you love more than Scott. Hold on. And he does it again, and he comes back, and it's you.
Yep.
I hate this.
Come on. Haven't you ever wanted to give yourself a little smooch? And like this like deep voice comes out of your own mouth.
I need an adult.
God.
I need an adult. Someone help.
You look around and Robin, Krug, and Remy are not there in the room anymore.
Great. Really love to rely on my friends when I need them the most. Clokey?
I am your friend. Look, hold on.
Not right now, you aren't.
And like you wipe off makeup at the end of the night. He does this, still your body, but his face on it. He goes, look, I don't know what you want here. I thought it was going to be fun. We had a nice dance. We were bonding. This was a bonding moment. Come on.
We can bond more if you go back to the way you looked, and I'm just going to block the fact that you're Clokey out of my brain because I want to enjoy myself.
I mean, you get to enjoy yourself with me. We're going to hang out. This is so cool. I don't have to be like on your back the entire time. Come on. I mean, turn around. And he like grabs you and kind of like turns you around and he puts his arms around your back and like around your neck. He goes, is this much better?
Oh, stop.
Fine. And he lets go. And like when you turn around, he looks like the demon that you were originally dancing with. He goes, fine. I will stay like this for the rest of the night. Will that help?
Yes. I'm having very conflicting feelings. I'm very attracted to you when you look like this, but you're Clokey. So that kind of cancels it out. I'm not really sure how to feel.
Look, we're friends. As much as you hate me and you find that I annoy you, have I not always been there for you?
You have always been there for me, and we are friends, and I do love you in my own special.
Then here. And he puts his hands out and he puts out his hand like wants a fist bump.
Moss offers a very like limp-wristed fist bump in exchange because she's very obviously annoyed.
And as you do that, he goes, boom.
I need 5 drinks. Come with me to the drink table now.
Yes. And like he puts his arm out to take you in arm in arm.
Moss just grabs him by the wrist and drags him with her over to the table.
And you head over, and there is a large punch bowl full of a red, bubbling liquid that is clearly alcoholic.
Moss grabs a cup, pours herself one, downs it in one gulp, pours herself another one, downs that one another gulp, pours herself another one, downs that one, then turns around to Clokey and says, okay, I'm ready now.
And his demeanor has completely gone back to what you originally saw him. And he goes, I don't know what you're talking about, but I definitely love a woman that can handle her drink.
Well, you have no idea what I can handle. Let's go dance.
Absolutely. I think that is a good spot for us to take our break. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. See y'all then. And that is Tig on William's back right there, ready to just pounce.
Oh, yeah, that kind of reminds me, is Dagorno following you, William? Following Remy? Or because I imagine Dogska is just like prowling the party, but...
Or did you leave them inside the caravan? It's up to you.
I think...
would want to bring Dagorno in, but when I went off, I probably would have just been like, stay.
Okay.
Have like a little moment, like enjoy the party, have a good time. Eat the scraps that people drop. I'll be back, and then I
think Dogska and Dagorno, Jesus Christ, are off on like their own dog party adventure that we'll see in a graphic novel at some point in the future. Just like they're pacing the party, doing whatever they do.
So let's go to the sneakies and find out what the two of you are doing. So, Remy, you start walking down this hallway. As you go, you can see that there is a single candle sconce lit further down. And you go, okay, so clearly someone has been here or is keeping this lit for a reason. And you continue to walk down, and at the end of this hallway is a small wooden door. The other doors were kind of like stained and put well together, like wood stain, not like stained, like clothing stain. This one looks to be just kind of like a weathered door, like it gets heavy use.
Okay. You know, a little reckless of vampires to have wooden doors. Something might poke out. Okay. And I'm going to try to open it up.
You start to push on the door, and you can notice that it is not locked. And as you move it, it starts to creak a little bit as you like push it a little bit. And you can stop if you'd like, or you can continue to push it.
I'm going to do it like a Band-Aid.
Just
Just
you move it, and you can see that this room has a lot of candles lit. And the room has kind of got a bad angle. Like it quickly turns to the right, and you can tell that that's where the majority of the room is. So you can't really see, but you can see that there is light flickering on the other side.
Can I also see these things?
You can see them, but further back. Like
You see the same thing, but further away.
But I can tell that there is light.
yes. Oh,
Okay.
easily.
Sweet.
In fact, as Remy opens the door, like light, it starts to emanate from there. You know, not holy light, but it's just like all of a sudden it's brighter.
Evil light.
I'm gonna sneak into the room, and I'm gonna, like how you said it's like badly angled. I want to like prop up against like that wall that's like blocking the rest of the room.
Mhm.
Like, and kind of like cozy up to that, and then like peek around.
And if I move up to where Remy was, will people behind me definitely be able to see me? There's like nothing I can hide behind, like a planter or something.
Correct.
I'm gonna move up to where Remy was.
Where Remy was and where Remy is about a difference of 4 feet. So it's going to be very difficult for you to stealth in this situation.
Oh, I thought there would. Sorry, I thought there would be a wall between us. I thought
No, so there's a doorway. There's a door, and then there's a small, like 10 feet that then turns to the right.
Okay.
Remy is still in that section, just up
Gotcha.
against the wall, trying to peek to the next section.
Gotcha. I don't move then.
Okay. Remy, roll me a stealth and a perception.
Cool. Stealth coming in hot.
While we're waiting for them to roll, about how far am I away from Remy? Is it like
About
1 move action, 2 move action?
About 60 feet. So 2 move
Okay,
action.
2 move actions. Thank you.
You know what? That's not terrible. 19
19.
for my stealth.
Okay, cool.
And then my perception is going to be 21.
You turn, and as you turn and look, you see Sabina. You see Sabina kind of like walking around, just like, and like picks up a dress and holds it up. And no. And she's wearing her underwear. And she's just walking around like, maybe. And then she picks up another dress. No, gosh. And you can clearly tell that this is her bedroom, and she's going through and trying to pick her outfit for the night.
Do I see a coffin?
You do not. You see a bed.
Cut the bed open. There's probably a coffin inside.
Okay, then I'm gonna start heading back out the door.
Krug, you can see Remy start to move back outside the door. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go back to the stairs.
So you kind of pick your pace up to make it over to the stairs, just a little bit, and you make it over to the stairs. And are you going to do the same thing where you just kind of like lean up against the wall, face the opposite direction?
Yeah, I'm gonna. This time I'd like to performance to make it seem like I'm drunk.
Okay.
I just want to say I love Murphy Pop Art's comment, but she needs outfit help.
Remy, you start to walk out. Are you going to close the door or not?
I mean, like, yeah, I had thought about that. This is the end of that hallway. There's nothing further along.
Mm-hmm.
Downstairs.
You know that this is only one of the many wings of the house.
Oh,
yeah.
Where you had dinner was in a completely different section of the house.
Yeah, Remy is like kind of debating the severity of the detecting that they have to do, becoming a little impatient, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Is like standing at the door, like about to, close it. And does like close it as quietly as possible.
So roll me a stealth.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's pretty good. Let's see here. That's gonna be 21.
21. You move it, and as you're slowly moving it, you kind of like put pressure on like the hinge. Kind of not lift it so much, but just kind of reduce the pressure on it, which is what's causing it's like metal on metal rubbing against, which is what that creaking sound is. So you kind of like as slowly as you can, and you put your hand right on the correct spot and latch the door. And as the door latches just a little bit to the cooking, you can hear Sabina in the other room go, "Hello?" But the door has completely closed.
Yeah, and Remy like lets out a sigh, like. Knock, knock, knock. Hi, hello, yes. It is me, Detective Ashwillo. I'm...
Oh, yeah. Oh, 1 second. Hold on. I'm not properly dressed. One moment.
You're not properly dressed? Are you improperly dressed? Do you have, like, shirts on your legs?
What? Hold on. Just give me a second. And you can hear rummaging. And then the door opens, and she looks to be wearing, like, a full-bodied nightgown. And she goes... Hey, how are you? Oh, I'm sorry I haven't made it down there, but what are you doing up here?
Remy takes out their pipe. In a pinch, you can take a shirt and you can put your legs through the armholes and just like tie up the neck hole. Make some cool shorts.
How much have you been drinking tonight?
I haven't been drinking at all. I am on the job. Remy puts the pipe away. Do you mind if I come in, or if we stand in the doorway and I talk to you?
Yeah, sure. Come on in. And she opens the door fully and walks in. She's like, "Can you also help me out with something?"
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Which one of these two dresses? And she lifts the two dresses that you saw her lift up. Do you think I would look better in?
That one.
You think so?
No, yeah, no, of course.
Okay. And she lays it down and she like puts the other one up. So, what'd you need?
So I just have some general questions here. Okay, so
Jake. Was that in character, Jake? I have to know.
the salute at general questions. Detective friend and general questions. Okay, so how long has your family lived here? And like Remy takes out a notepad and a quill.
My entire life, that's for sure.
And how long has that been?
Oh, it's not proper for you to ask me how old I am.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to even the playing field? You can ask me how old I am.
It's okay. I have no interest in knowing how old you are. You're
Oh,
cute
well,
enough.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I'm 13, just so you know.
Yeah, but that's different because you're a goblin.
No, yes, I wasn't saying like I'm young. Okay. I'm just letting you know that if we had a thing,
look,
I would die very soon.
Okay, well,
because I am a goblin.
You're not going to die tonight, are you?
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, I hope not. But
okay, me neither.
If you survive the night, I mean, that means we've got enough time to have fun, doesn't it?
I have some rapid fire questions for you.
Remy's just like, nope.
Are you ready for the rapid fire?
Go for it.
Okay. How many toes do you have?
10.
How many fingers?
5. Wait, what? 10.
Okay. How old were you when you first realized that you were alive?
I guess it took me a while to figure out the concept of alive, doesn't it?
Name of the first person you kissed?
Oh gosh. Oh god. Ralph isn't downstairs, is he? Or Richard? Sorry, Richard.
Richard? The one who opened the door?
Yeah.
The really drunk one who started to sing?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Is that your first kiss?
Yes.
Okay, right on. All right, cool. And how long have you been a vampire?
I'm sorry. What was that last question?
Oh, sorry. I said, how long have you been in this room?
Well, I how about this? I will answer both of these questions. I have been a vampire for at least, I guess, 90 years now. And I've been in this room for probably about 6 hours.
I drew you a picture of my dog.
And she takes it, and she kind of looks like a horse.
Well, I mostly specialize in drawing horses. But I put a hat on it, and I promise if you saw my dog right now, it will be wearing a hat.
Cut to Doug Orno just eating some scraps on the floor downstairs.
And we're going to move over to Robin. Robin,
where are we?
You get to a section of the house that isn't lit up, and he has to take a candle and light the candles, and he starts to carry it down. And it's starting to get quiet, but he still continues to walk through the building. And so I have to ask, do parties give you anxiety? Is that why you like to move off to the side?
They do, yeah. They certainly do. Parties like this. If I'm being honest, and I know this is a very high bar, parties significantly more extravagant than this. I know, but believe me, it used to be a big part of my life. But by choice, not anymore. No. Yes, being in an environment like this is not comfortable for me, though. I mean, I could slip into my element. I'd prefer, some quiet.
Well, we're not always born in the element that we are meant to be in, right? I feel that where I was born and how I was raised is very different than where I find myself most comfortable, or how I feel I should be, or who I should become is not necessarily what my family felt that I should be or not. Anyway, sorry, I'm driveling on. Continue.
It's okay. This family, Dr. Ravna and Sabina, have they always been your family?
No, they are my adopted family.
I'm familiar. I sort of chose my own family as well. My fiance and I we got married a while ago. We're getting married again, so it's true. But no, I think it's a powerful thing to choose your own family. I mean, it's the people you spend your most important times around. I think you should have some say in the matter, right?
No, absolutely. I mean, when I was turned, I didn't know what I was going to do, and Dr. Ravna helped me out with that.
Right. Vampire, right? You're a vampire, right?
Yes.
I thought so. I thought so. If this is a boost for you or anything, part of why I thought so is because you're also charming. I mean, from everything I've read, vampires can be charming. I want to help you, all of you, if I can.
Help us how?
You have the family curse, right? I know you're being sort of cagey about it last night, but the witches in the swamp, you do know that they are real and still here, right?
Yes, we the curse wasn't on my family. The curse was on Dr. Ravna's family. Dr. Ravna has been around much longer than I have. In fact, they were the ones that were a part of the group that was cursed and was turned into vampires. And, well, Dr. Ravna has spent their entire life finding us and taking care of us. And
so vampirism is the curse for Dr. Ravna, at least? Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. But I mean, okay, why... It is bizarre to me that I feel so safe here. Because I don't know if you noticed, I'm not a vampire, so you could easily just, you could probably just bite me open and just drink all my blood. I'm very small, so it wouldn't take long. Why am I still here?
Oh, I'm vegan.
In all terms, like blood and all.
Vegan is a term. I'm terribly sorry. Veganism within the vampire community means that we eat animals, we eat meat, and we gain our substance from animals, not humans.
That just sounds like most people, minus most people, I suppose, aren't vampires. I mean, I do. That's what I eat. I eat animals and plants. I don't drink human blood.
Correct.
How?
Veganism is not a thing that most vampires are lucky enough to be able to do.
Okay. So you're special somehow, and that's why you're able to... I mean, it must be hard, right? You've got to want to.
Be a vegan?
Well, you've got to want to drink blood, right? I mean, is that just a temptation all the time? Or are you gifted with no temptation?
No, the temptation of blood has dissipated from us many years ago, and it's actually the reason why we're having this party. It's not necessarily a party to celebrate Lamashtu. It's actually a party to, defend against her. I've never really been good at explaining it. I mean, we can talk to Dr. Ravna about it, about the process. They're significantly smarter than I am. We're all here for the same reason.
Just to celebrate together. All of your other friends out there.
No. Tonight is a very, very special night. Do you know what tonight is?
I guess not beyond the party. I mean, it's Lamashtu night?
Yes.
Lamashan. It's Lamashan.
Yes, it's Lamashan, which, it's the month of Lamashan, and tonight is the night of Lamashtu, which is the night in which the moon is full, and Lamashtu's light hits the land, and all creatures and power of monsters gain their strength for another year to exist, and we block that.
You stop monsters from existing?
No. We have figured out a way to protect this castle. And tonight is the night that everyone within this castle is protected from the light of Lamashtu. That's the reason why we have this party every single year.
Okay. Wait, is that why we're here? Are we here? Are you protecting us?
Yes.
Well, that's an honor.
I mean, you don't necessarily need protecting. Your Remy, though, does need a little bit of protecting, but not in the same.
So about once a year, Remy does, act up. I suppose it takes different forms. Is that related somehow?
No, that's just Remy.
That's just Remy. Okay, sure.
No, I don't know if you know, but goblins were once created by Lamashtu.
Of course, I've heard the sonnets.
So goblins, not all, celebrate Lamashtu, and are able to separate themselves from the world that they once were created from, which we believe Remy is one of them. And in fact, everyone here is someone that we believe has separated themselves from the beast that was created versus the beast that they want to be. Does that make sense to you?
100%, Carl, it does. I too, not too many years ago, separated myself from the beast that I was born into, and I've become many beasts since then. Most usually the one before you, but I can absolutely understand that. I think choosing your life is very powerful, and I mean that's why I need to help you. Then I don't think the witches have me and my friend's best interest in heart. Okay, and I know they don't have your family's best interest in heart, given what they've done to Dr. Ravna.
Well, hold on. The witches and us. The witches helped us. Not us. I say us. From my understanding, and this would be, of course, best from Dr. Ravna themselves, but from my understanding is the witches are what allowed Dr. Ravna to become what they are today. The family that Dr. Ravna had was as brutal and as terrible as kindred are, or at least lead people to believe that they are. And they changed them into the beast that they acted like, which was kindred. And Dr. Ravna, out of all of their family, discovered this and understood this and wanted to change and understood that they became a beast and understood that they were acting like a beast. And that is why they changed their ways and has created this party. That is why they're the only ones remaining in their family, because the others sadly did not understand that and had to be.
They couldn't make the choice.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's a story that I think has been told far too many times. It's a sad one. Well, look, I don't know what it would mean, but I do. I mean, I like you a lot. I like your whole family. I like what you're doing here. And unless you're pulling one over on me, which I have to be honest, has happened again and again and again. We keep meeting these cool, nice people who just want to kill us. Unless you're one of them, I feel like I'm here for a reason, and I think maybe I should talk to Dr. Ravna, because they might know more about what I can do for you.
I feel like this is the wrong way to say it, but if we wanted to kill you, wouldn't we have already done it?
That's exactly what I have been wrestling with. I think I can feel safe here. I've come to terms with that. Yeah, but no, I think you're right. You would have if you're as powerful as you say, which you seem to be.
Dr. Ravna is prepping for the ceremony. If you would like to join us, we can talk to them about it.
I that would be great. Yeah, I want to know more. I want to know what I can do. I don't want you to have to do this alone anymore. I mean, alone together.
I knew you would say that, and that's why we are heading this direction. And he opens the door, and you can see that Dr. Ravna is in the room that he was planning on taking you. And Dr. Ravna's mask is off to the side, and they are moving around and preparing. And you can see that they're drawing symbols all over the walls and on the hands, like on the floor. And Krug, what was your performance roll?
20, not natural, 20.
So as you stand there leaning against the wall, kind of swaying back and forth, you hear footsteps kind of stutter stepping up the stairs. And a figure kind of swaying back and forth at like the landing between the two sets of stairs. And you hear someone say, "But listen closely. Not for very much longer."
Oh my god.
I've got to keep control. Richard, come down here. You stand there for a moment as you see Richard like trying to speak to you or speak to anyone. You can't even tell if he's actually speaking to you or just like the idea that there's someone on the stairs. You know what I mean? And you notice that Remy has not returned.
I'm going to turn around and poke my head down the hallway to see if Remy is still in the hallway.
Remy is not, and the door is closed.
I'm going to walk over to the door.
You walk
I guess
over to
quietly. I don't want them to hear my footsteps, but I'm not trying to like not be seen at this point.
All right, so you walk over to the door.
And I'm going to press my ear against the door, see if I can hear.
Roll me a perception check with a -4.
So many minus.
Well, there is a party going on, and you're trying to hear through a door.
Yeah. 18?
You can hear her talking, and you definitely can recognize Remy's voice, so that
Okay.
you know that Remy's alive, but you can't tell what they're talking about.
Okay.
Moss, you have just downed a few drinks,
Mm-hmm.
and Clokey is standing there dressed in his taller attire, and is standing there going, well, how much more do you want to drink before we have another dance? Or would you like to do something else? We do have the evening to do whatever we'd like.
Listen, if anything untoward happens tonight, that is tonight and tonight only, and we are not going to discuss it ever again. And I'm just going to get that out of the way before I imbibe more alcohol.
Well, I guess you know what kind of demon I am.
You don't know what kind of demon I am.
Ooh. I look forward to finding out.
Listen, I think that we're here for like a reason, though, and whatever. Let's just dance.
He takes your hand and he like twirls you a little bit, and then like slows you down for your arm to like basically wrap around him, and he walks you out. He goes, I don't know exactly why we're here tonight, but I knew that this is where you were going to be, and so I invited myself. If you can't tell, and he kind of looks around, I'm kind of the only demon here.
Oh, is that so? I mean, there's just so many colorful characters. What about me? I'm a demon. Remember,
Well,
you said, Moss, you have demon blood. Why do you think that you have all of these magic powers? Because you have demon blood.
yes, because you have demon blood.
Okay, so you're not the only demon here, so what you're saying is false.
How's this? Us demons are the only one that are demons here. The rest are creatures of Lamashtu.
What about the vampires? Aren't vampires demons?
No, not necessarily. I mean, theoretically, a demon could be turned into a vampire, but I feel that would be very overly complicated.
Vampire Clokey. Vampire Clokey. Sorry.
But I've never really seen it. I've only heard rumor of it.
Of vampire demons?
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
ask Asmodeus about that next time I see him.
Wow, man, there's so much I wish I could talk to you about.
Ooh, like what? Like what? I like your voice better like this. Moss is obviously starting to get drunk.
He has changed from like spinning and stuff like that to kind of like a slow dance, and less like a I'm trying to romance you, and more just like I'm enjoying being here with you kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's swaying back and forth with you, and he goes, well, I can't really talk to you since normally when I'm in the cloak, Asmodeus can hear and gets reports back to everything that we do.
Wait, Asmodeus can't hear you right now?
No, I have a special agreement that I made for the day.
Ooh, what's the agreement?
Let's just say I get one night off, and it may be tonight.
Wait, did you use your night off on me, Clokey?
Yes.
That's so nice.
Well, I figured it wouldn't be awkward or weird if you were dancing with a demon in a party full of monsters versus dancing at a party with a bunch of humanoids.
I agree, but I mean, most people don't question things I do. I am Moss the Magnificent, after all. And she's a little tipsy, but still holding her own, but she starts leaning into Clokey more.
I have to tell you one thing.
What?
I have to tell you this, and it's because it's the only time I'm going to be able to tell you this.
What?
Can you keep a secret?
Of course I can.
Krug, what are you going to be doing as as this drunken person kind of is attempting to talk to you? Oh no. Sorry, you had moved to the room and you were
Yeah.
listening.
I'm not trying to talk to a drunken person.
So you hear Remy speaking. Is there anything specific that you want to do?
I'm basically just listening to see if Remy is in trouble. Like if something is if Remy screams or if it sounds like there's a scuffle, like a pot smashing or something like that.
Remy, you kind of are a little stuttering as you find out that she is willingly admitting that she is a vampire.
So they're right. Okay. So is this I guess this is the part where you bite my neck, you drink my blood.
I mean, that sounds a little gauche.
But are you going to turn me into a vampire, or are you just going to eat me? How do you choose which person you feed on and which person you turn? Or is there a choice?
Well, I personally have never turned anyone.
So you just kill and eat. I understand. Okay. Well, make it quick, and if you could tell my wife, well, you're probably going to kill her too, but if you could tell her that I love her and then kill her, that would be probably best case scenario.
And she puts her hands on your lip. Come. And she kind of gets you to sit down on her bed.
Okay.
Remy, I'm not going to kill you.
Okay.
I'm not going to turn you. I mean, I guess I could turn you if you really wanted me to, but I'll be honest, I don't have any interest in turning you. Sorry.
Okay. We'll return to that.
Okay. But you're fine. Nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, but you are vampires.
Yes, we are vampires.
And you are inherently the abominations upon the planet.
Ugh, God, I hate that. Yes, we are. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No. So you're admitting it.
About being abominations? I mean, theoretically, an abomination is when a werewolf gets turned into a vampire. That's an abomination.
That's a thing that can happen?
Yes, it's very difficult, but yes, it happens, or at least I've heard it happen. I've never personally seen it, but no, I'm not going to eat you. I'm not going to kill you. Vampires are terrible. I hate being one, but we don't get to make our choices in life. Yeah, that's kind of it. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
No. Hold on. I'm getting really conflicting information. I was just talking to a detective friend, and he was telling me that vampires are bad, and I have to do something about them.
Are you talking to that hunter at the inn?
Well, I have such a hard time knowing what I should be telling someone and knowing what I shouldn't be telling someone. And if I'm technically that hunter's partner tonight.
So does that mean you're here to kill us?
I think so. I don't know. I mean, I came into this situation.
I'll be honest, I would prefer to not die tonight, if that's possible.
I mean, I would prefer not to kill you at this point. I mean, I think
we're in agreement, yes? I don't kill you, you don't kill me, we don't kill each other or anyone else at the party.
So, okay, but you don't hurt people? You're not...
I mean, I have killed people.
Okay, well, so have I, but let's be a little more specific.
Okay, all right, so I have killed people. I have also killed people that not out of defense as well.
Okay. It's getting a little more gray in here, but that's all right. Okay.
But I have not done that in a very, very long time before I came here.
Okay, so you've been a vampire for 90 years. That's what you said? How long would you say is a long time? How long ago? This doesn't really matter, but I
think I stopped killing maybe 2 years after I was turned.
Okay, so almost 90 years ago.
Yes,
Um,
exactly.
Well, I mean, that doesn't, like I said, that doesn't really play into it. But I mean, you do realize, you know how I said before, I was a goblin, 13 years old, die very soon. I mean, like, best case scenario, you've been a vampire for like 3 of my lifetimes. That's kind of amazing.
Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, Remy. I thought that's why you were here.
To what?
I thought you and Robin were coming here to ask for a favor.
To what?
I thought you were coming here to ask to be turned so that you and your wife could be together for longer.
Oh, wait. If I turned into a vampire, I would have more time with Robin?
Yes, you would have as long as she would live. She would actually pass before you.
Whoa. I never thought that would ever happen. Okay. Hypothetical situation. Like, if I were to become a vampire, would I like want to drink people's blood? Would it? I mean, like, cause do you feed on people? What?
No, the House of Ravna does not feed on humans. We feed on animals, but it's due to a very special reason.
A very special. It's due to a very special because you're cool.
So, vampires can be conflicted. They do have a conscience, you understand. They're not just ravenous beasts that must feed. Those are more like wraiths than they are vampires. And well, it is a need that we have, that we must feed and we must eat. And that is why my first 2 years I fed upon humans and may have killed 1 or 2 in the process. But I was young and I did not understand what was happening. And when I understood a little bit more and I stepped away, I stepped away from my coterie and away from my clan, and I found Dr. Ravna, and well, they showed me that we could be more, and we have been growing ever since.
So there's a lot of you in this. Did you say coterie?
Well, we're not so much. The vampires are a coterie, but there's more of us than just vampires here. You saw that.
Oh,
everyone...
the whole party downstairs is all of you. Like a family?
We like to jokingly call ourselves Lamashtu's stepchildren.
Lamashtu's stepchildren.
We are monsters and we're created, and well, we didn't want to be monsters. We just wanted to live. We wanted to be on our own, and somehow Dr. Ravna found us and showed us a way that we could live our lives not that way.
And you can do this with like any monster.
I mean, they have to be willing. It's a process in which they have to be willingly make that choice, and that's why I thought that's why you were here, and that's why we made sure to invite you tonight. And I'm so sorry. Was that an assumption on our part?
I mean, yeah, no, it was an assumption. I mean, I was here earlier because I am Detective Ashwilo, and I was trying to solve the mystery of the missing couple and also look for the skull piece. But you all have the skull piece.
I'm terribly sorry. The skull piece?
Well, the piece of the skull. I don't know what you're using it for, but I know you have it. The witches told me.
I think that is a conversation for Dr. Ravna. I actually do not dabble into the occult, and I'll be honest, even though we have some skeletons within our ranks, I don't really, they kind of give me the heebie-jeebies. I know that's wrong. Please don't judge me for it.
Sabina?
Yes?
Are you different from how you were before you were turned? Has your personality changed?
When I first changed, yes. How I became, you know what? Long of the short answer is yes. I have changed. Time changes us. We'll never ever all be the same, And there are different things that happen to us when we become vampires that require us to change our ways. It does affect us. Healing hurts us. And so it does change things within our world. And so, of course, that is things that you have to get used to. And some people find it a little bit more difficult to get by, and that changes them. But who you are as a person, I feel, doesn't change. Does that make sense?
No, that does make sense. So if I were to be turned, like I said, returning to that, as far as pros and cons are concerned, can we start with the cons?
Well, healing or positive magic actually hurts you.
Oh, okay. Oh, I do get a lot of that. Okay, so there's one. The sun. Can you go out in the sun?
You can. Yes, you can go out in the sun. It's not the most pleasant thing in the world. It's more. Let's just say you enjoy the darkness a little bit more than other people do. The sunlight will not burn you or kill you immediately unless you choose to not be yourself. If you choose to give in to the not so kind aspect of kindred, the sun does hurt you more. Holy symbols hurt you more.
Holy symbols hurt.
I'm sorry, what was that?
No, so like, and then just like a stake to the heart will kill me or something?
No.
I mean, the stake to the heart will kill me now, yeah.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say is that if you decide to not be yourself and you decide to give in to the beast within, you will become more of less of kind, less of a human, and more of a kindred. It is a fine balance that you would have to live. You would have to come back here every year and not miss a year ever.
Whoa. I would have to come back here every year?
Yes.
Wow.
If you are caught unprotected under Lamashtu's light, you will not have the ability to be as what we call vegan.
Okay.
When Lamashtu... Sorry, go for it.
Can I talk to Dr. Ravna?
Yes,
possibly about the skull piece or something?
Yeah, we can. I believe they are preparing the ceremony right now. We can go and talk to them.
Preparing the ceremony. Okay, cool. Can I bring all of my friends?
I have a sneaking suspicion that at least a few of them are there.
Can I bring my dog?
Of course.
Cool. My dog does not look like a horse,
Oh,
just so you know.
Then I won't look at this picture to try to find them.
But please save the picture. I did draw that for you. Okay.
And she places it like on a dresser.
Remy's pretty happy about that. And then gets up like, wow, okay. Well, some things you might need to know then. There's a hunter who is like conspiring to kill all of you or do something tonight. So just so you know.
We are aware of him. We will have to deal with him.
You're not going to kill him, are you? Because he's just trying to protect people.
Have to, but if he attacks us, there isn't really a choice.
He still thinks I'm on his side. Let's do a like a thing, because
a double cross, right?
Don't you have to avoid crosses? Why would you want to double it?
Remy, that was good. That was good.
No, wouldn't that hurt a lot?
No. And Krug, you start to hear that the conversation starts to go to more of a jovial, happy place.
Okay, let's get the heck out of here, all right? You put on that dress, we'll go down, we'll go talk to Dr. Ravna, enjoy the party.
Turn around, no peeking.
Oh, turn around, no peeking. Hey, I never peeked in my life, except for when I came in the room before you knew I was here, and I saw you, and I...
Remy?
What?
Go outside. I'll be right out there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You
And
can
then
hear
Remy-
Remy's footsteps walking towards the door, Krug.
I know they're Remy's footsteps. And it's just
Remy's
Remy.
footsteps are very.
Okay. I'm gonna take like 2 steps back.
Just 2 steps.
Yeah. I'm done sneaking now. I'm just
All right.
waiting
The
for Remy to
door
open the door.
opens, Remy, and there you see Krug just standing there.
Looking at you like,
Oh, Krug, they're vampires.
And we go back
Gotcha.
to Moss as Moss Clokey is standing there, and he says, I have to tell you something about Asmodeus.
Oh, okay.
Asmodeus,
Is in love with me.
yes, but and at that moment, Krug and Remy walk up to you and says, "Hey,
Hey, Moss, we need you. So whatever you're doing, I swear to God, it's not as important as this. You have to
I
come.
need you. It is so important, and I need you to just give me 1 minute right
No,
now.
Moss, you can leave this handsome person alone. I know you want to probably have sex with this person, but we need to go.
Remy, if you have ever cared about me, you will give me 1 minute, and then I will do whatever you want.
With this handsome stranger, this is very okay. All right.
Moss grabs Clokey by the arm and drags him slightly away from Remy, and glares daggers at Remy, like, don't you dare come near me. Okay,
No,
what?
I want to elbow Krug and be like, hey, I guess when you want it, you know?
did she forget her cloak somewhere? That's weird.
Clokey looks at you and says, Asmodeus loves you and your sister because you and your sister are his great grandchildren.
Ah!
Granddaddy Asmodeus. Great granddaddy.
Clokey,
Yes?
are you sure you're not just saying this because you're jealous?
He's technically your great grandfather.
How are the rules there on the creepiness factor?
In what sense?
Oh, you know.
I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not into that. That's not what kind of demon I am. And a little bit of actual Clokey pops out because he's just like, whoa.
Okay, but wait. So I'm related to Asmodeus. So that means that I'm not only a princess, I am some sort of god?
The level of amount of godhood drops down each generation of family. I'm gonna say no, you're not. But excuse me, hold on. You don't like this voice. No, you're not a god. You are, if anything, closer to a demon than you are God. That's one thing. Second of all, I would actually say that Asmodeus is currently training you. He was not lying when he said he wanted you on his side, by his side, while he sat on the throne, and that's because he's looking for you and your sister, and he could find you, and he couldn't find your sister.
Well, I can't find her either. But I do have a good lead with some witches. But that's neither here nor there. I'm still processing the information that I am related to a god. And you can say godhood goes down every generation, but that I still have god blood in my veins, Clokey. You have given me a great gift tonight. You know that. You've taken something away from me, and that is my explosive sexual fantasies about Asmodeus. But that's all right, because now I can put those on this version of you.
I'm okay with that.
And
I can even talk like this when I am your cloak.
You can?
I can.
Well, that might be quite distracting.
I could be like, oh, hello there, Moss. I think we should burn this motherfucker down.
Okay, 1 minute is over.
Right, are you coming with us or not?
Sure, I can come with you. I mean, I'm used to just kind of tagging along most of the time anyways.
And before they go back over to Remy, Moss stands up and kisses Clokey on the cheek.
If a demon could blush, you would assume that this demon is blushing.
Come on.
You have to drag him by the wrist again because he's kind of flabbergasted at the moment. Krug and Remy, both of you see Moss lean up and kiss this demon, and then grab him by the wrist and pull away.
Whoa! What are you doing? We're going to do important, COC business.
He's coming with us.
Okay, I get it. You show someone you're the cool stuff that you do behind the scenes, and then they're like, dang, you're so cool. Let's have sex. But most magnificent, this is going to be the court business stuff. We can't have
the demon standing behind Moss goes, Remy, this would be the only time I actually get to choke you out, and I'm going to stop myself from doing it. So can we just go ahead and do what we need to do?
Moss shoots a look at Clokey, who wasn't supposed to reveal his identity, but
he hasn't said that he's Clokey.
He hasn't.
Okay, who's this person, and why did you tell them my name? Are we going to have a fight in the middle of this masquerade?
Honey, I need you to trust me. This handsome man needs to come with us tonight.
Oh my gosh. You've asked me to trust me one time and just tell me who this person is. Is it okay? You don't have to tell me exactly who it is, but is this someone from your past? Is this
He's a friend. He's someone I know very, very, very well.
All right. Okay. Well, I just want, I want to point out the word friend tonight is a little sensitive for me because I do have a person who is called Detective Friend who is likely going to be a big problem. But
that's that kind of friend. He is a friend who has helped me,
I can make this so much easier. Hold on, give me a second. And you see Clokey hide behind Moss, and then all of a sudden you see Robin walk out from Moss and go, and you hear your wife say, "Is this much better?"
Oh God! Please,
it was Robin the whole time.
The real Robin instinctively bows to Dr. Ravna when they enter the room with all the runes on it. Just a full curtsy.
Please stop that. Please stop them. I'll tell them who you are if you just go back to the way you just were.
I can be whatever you want me to be.
I want you to be the sexy demon.
Well, I can be sexier, but all right. And the shape of Robin walks again behind Moss, and all of a sudden this very tall creature stands up behind Moss and again stands there and goes, "Can we just go, please?"
I don't like this at all. But
before we go, Moss grabs Clokey's arms and drapes them over her shoulders as if he is a cloak and says, "Now do you recognize him?"
He's putting his arms around you. It's an old fling. I really don't. I mean, you know what, Krug, do you have any input?
No.
Let's just go.
Sounds good to me.
Can I roll to try to take in what's being done in this room, since it's clearly a magic ritual of some kind?
Yes, please roll me any sort of magical aspect. So you can roll me nature, you can roll me arcana, you can roll me...
I'll go for nature.
Okay.
That is 12 plus 13 is 25.
You can tell that this is a ritual. This is a ritual that is about to be performed. Multiple people require rituals to be performed. You're not exactly sure which ritual this is, but you can tell that there is a ritual that is being drawn out on the floor, and you can tell that that Carl is walking over. Once he has come into the room with you, he has set the candle down and he has gone in and he is starting to fill out more of the room out a little bit. And this is Dr. Ravna. Robin would like to speak with you.
Yes, hello, Doctor.
And they stop and they look at you and go, "Hello, Robin.
Hi.
Do you mind if I work while we speak?"
Not at all. Is there anything I can help with? I mean, I've played with things like this before.
You can help us by performing the ritual once we've gotten started. But as of right now,
okay,
we've got this aspect. We've done it quite a few times by this point.
Of course.
And she continues to draw in the line. So I understand.
I should tell you, Cal did catch me up a bit on the way here.
I assumed he would. I talked to him about it. The plan was to have all four of you I think my daughter is taking a little bit longer than she should. And at that moment, you see Sabina with Moss, Krug, Remy, and a very tall demon.
Oh, hello.
We tried not to have him along, but Moss insisted and said, "Trust me. If you love me, if you know me, you need to trust me." So yeah,
I don't
whatever.
think that's what I sound like, Remy.
Well, no, it's not what you sound like. It is what I sound like when I am pretending to be you.
It's Remy. I think it's okay. If we were in danger, listen. I'm a little further along in information than some of you might be. If we were in danger here, we would be dead. I think we'll be fine. We can trust these people, and yes, they are vampires.
I came to a similar conclusion with.
Oh, you did.
Talking to Sabina. Yeah.
Did you not notice like the Lich, the army of skeletons, the zombies, and like the werewolves in the other room? Like, was that just...
I'm sorry, did you say Lich?
Yeah, there's a Lich in there.
There's a Lich?
Yeah.
And the Lich is chill too. Just like a chill, cool, regular, cool person Lich.
And Dr. Ravna stops and goes, "Oh, yes, he's wonderful. He's actually the one that brought this all together, actually. I owe him quite a bit." And she goes back, or they go back to going at it.
Okay, if this is all true, then this is kind of, I think, people we've been looking for. I mean, how long have I been saying, you know, maybe they don't have to be bad. Maybe these creatures, I don't know. If all of these people can be good, all these creatures can be good, then we have to make the most of this ritual, this whole family, don't we?
Okay, ritual, can we catch me up just a little bit of... I've been having revelations of my own tonight.
Oh, well, I can actually explain that to you. Tonight is the night of Lamashtu. Her light from the moon shines upon everyone. Most humanoids just use it as a celebration and dress up and have fancy parties. But we actually create a defensive wall against Lamashtu's light and allow all of us within the castle to actually not go against our urges. Does that make sense to you? Like some of us must feed upon the human blood. Wow, vampires, yes. We don't have to do that when the party, when we create this ritual and this ceremony. And well, it happens to any of us that want to be in here, but they have to be willing and have to be. It's not like a choice. It's a choice, right? They have to want to no longer feed. They have to choose to not be the inner wolf that is within inside of them. They have to want to become better. And once they decided that, we have this event.
It's just method acting. Just really hardcore method acting. I understand.
That's basically what a ritual is, yeah.
Mm.
Well, the ritual itself is a spell that we all cast and we all perform to prevent Lamashtu's light from hitting us. And it makes us so that we can spend another year of our lives not giving in to our inner desires.
Has it ever failed?
Not for the 130 years that I've done it.
Cool. So, to recap, you're good vampires. This is all a great above-board party, and we're going to hang out during the ritual for some reason.
Well,
yes,
I'm going to help cast it.
I believe Remy was going to join us. Was that? I'm sorry. Have you had this conversation with them? And like Dr. Ravna looks at Sabina and Sabina looks at Dr. Ravna and goes, "We may have assumed that on our end, actually."
It may be a misassumption, but I'm ready.
You want to become a vampire?
I mean, we should talk about this. Remy, I was going to come find you. This is happening much faster than I was expecting. I was hoping I'd have, some time alone to talk to you, Dr. Ravna, and to talk to you, Remy. But I mean, listen, babe, I want to move Remy into like a corner, if that's cool, and just like kind of talk quietly. We've been talking for a long time about how we're not going to die together. I mean, this way we would not die together, like forever.
I mean, so far the entirety of us knowing each other, like the joke has been that, I mean, like I'm going to die in like 15 years, like best case scenario.
I mean, I'm not going to live as long as I've lived before you die. That's not a happy thought for me.
I mean, I forget, how long can gnomes live?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years?
Vampire levels on my own, but not centuries. mean, think about not only how long we could have together, babe, but how much stronger we could be and how much more people we could help with thousands of years.
I mean, there are some questions that I need answered, like, can a vampire have a deity of like Kazutal?
I had a similar question. I mean, we should take this to the room, but I mean, do you have any us reservations that we should air out first?
This might sound really strange. I'm just going to like say it out loud because I haven't had a whole lot of time to think about it. But Robin, I don't think there is enough time in all of existence for me to fully commit myself to you. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, even if I was a vampire, when we would finally come to the end of whatever this plane of existence is, I still don't think that would be enough time.
It'd be more time.
It would be more time.
Closer to enough. But I mean, you're right.
But also part of my spunk, my pizzazz, for me internally is when I am in a fight, I fight my hardest to protect us and to survive. And when I am, enjoying a caterpillar, just chomping on a little leaf, I am enjoying that, knowing that I won't have forever to enjoy it. And when I am making my list of the first times that I am getting out here away from the peaceful cities, it is an appreciation for the fact that I won't get those first times again. And I mean, like, if we became vampires, I would get to have the first time doing all of these things as a vampire. So that's kind of cool.
And also, you might finish your list with everything on it eventually. But I mean, I understand what you mean, babe.
There's just a little bit of a worry, and I don't know if this would happen. And maybe it won't be 100 years, or maybe it won't be 1,000 years, or maybe what's a bigger number than that?
There's 1 million.
A million years from now. But I do have concerns that my joy for life might wane, knowing that I might have it forever.
When I do my scariest healing, when I try out new things, I often try testing things on myself first, starting from a healthy position, right? Like I start with someone who is me, who doesn't have the same illness I'm trying to heal or whatever, right? Maybe if there's not a long waiting time for a new vampire, a new kindred to turn someone, we could start with me, see how I take it, and come around to you. In
if we
10 years or so.
If we both became vampires, and forbid it from happening, but if eventually something like we came across a hunter who was misguided, I mean, right now you would spend the rest of your life without me, and that would be sad. But if I was gone because of a hunter and you still were a vampire, then you would spend the rest of forever without me.
I mean, whenever you die, if it's before me, every day after that is going to be forever. I've come to terms with that. I just want that to happen as late as possible. And this is your choice because it's your life. And I think your concerns are right. And I'm scared too. But the idea of having even a chance of living closer to forever with you, it feels like the right idea to me.
If I have you by me forever, then I don't think I would actually have to be worried about getting bored or not enjoying my life anymore.
I mean, I think I'm going to turn into a dragon one day. You got to live for that, right?
Can you still do that if you are a vampire?
maybe that's one of my questions. I don't know. I think I'm ready for the room, though, babe. I mean, I don't know for sure. Part of my thinking is we need to help these people keep doing what they're doing. Our organization, I mean, is kind of at odds with their goals potentially if they are using the bone shard for this.
Oh, are you using the piece of the skull to do the ritual?
Question number 1. We're good, by the way. We're good.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're good. Sorry, what was your question again?
Can you do the ritual without the piece of the skull?
No, that's what actually allows us to make this ritual happen.
Can we borrow it after tonight and bring it back next year?
I'll be completely honest with you. I would not feel comfortable doing that.
What if we told you it was to save the world, though? I mean, that seems like it would be in line with your goals, right? Saving the whole world from an undead apocalypse?
Yes, but if anything happens... God. Can we take like 5 steps back? What do you mean saving the world? Because I'm not caught up to speed on what you're talking about.
Would you trust them more if they were vampires?
No. I think
that is
a
need
choice that they need to make on their own, not because they want to gain favor with us. That's not how that works.
Listen, Dr. Ravna and the family have been very kind and honest with us. I think we need to be a little more candid with our affiliations and our reasons for being here.
Do I get to use my one?
Moss Krug.
Can I use my one?
I feel like if there's any time for honesty, now would be the time.
About our goals, at least.
Maybe,
Okay.
do the proper nouns last, okay? Just speak the generals first.
I don't know what that means.
Don't
Dr.
name
Ravna,
anyone.
Carl, Sabina.
Yes.
It is time for you to hear the tale of the court of Corvids.
You want to sit down? I'll accompany. I pull out my my lyre. No, my.
I'm
shop.
going to be terribly sorry. You're going to have to make this quick, as we do have about 15 minutes before we need to perform the ceremony, and that includes converting you if that's the choice that you want to make. Because if we wait, we can't do it for another year.
Okay, I'll knock this out in like 5 minutes tops.
Okay, go for it.
I play the song faster so that they can talk faster.
I divulge all the information I possibly can.
Do you, including saying Court of Corvids? Is that the first thing you say?
Oh,
yeah.
Court of
They
Corvids?
already say Court of Corvids.
Yeah, they've already
Oh,
said
yeah.
Corvids.
Okay, cool. Right.
Dr. Sabina looks at you and goes, I know a little bit about the skull that you're talking about, and I understand that this is a piece of that skull. Have you managed to find all of the pieces?
This is the last one.
Yeah.
I've got some terrible news for you. And this is going to maybe put us at odds. But once the skull is put back together, it can't be removed unless a god does it themselves.
Oh,
I'm a god.
not.
You're a what?
Oh, I mean,
Moss?
And-
Robin,
and-
get on her knees and, bows, Wayne's World.
Cloaky elbows.
we could talk about it later.
I hope we will. Really? A god? Like a god?
No. The demon standing behind her. No. Continue
Robin-
with what you're doing.
Moss is a little drunk and shoves her finger right on Cloaky's mouth and goes, shh.
The answer is still no. Keep going. And Sabina goes, once the skull is put back together, and you use the skull will be gone forever, including all of the pieces.
No.
Well, okay, hold on. This is okay. We don't have to be at odds here. I've been thinking, this skull, right? It's our best lead so far. I think maybe our only lead. We don't know for sure because our organization's not fully candid with us, but I mean, there has to be another way, right? I mean, can we just use the pieces? Maybe you can help us figure out a better way to stop this from destroying everything.
Hey,
Hold on, you said two
stranger
things.
of mine behind me. Do you know anything, solutions or whatnot?
About this skull?
Yes,
Oh.
like for example, would the god that I am related to Would he help?
Can I use a hero point? Look, you rolled a nat 1.
Yes,
Yeah.
Loki
Yeah,
can
use
use a
it.
hero point.
Cloaky's in hero form right now.
He goes, if you could convince him to destroy the skull, well, actually, if you could convince him to go and find the skull and then destroy it somehow, you could be back where you are now.
Hold on. You seem really knowledgeable about this. What exactly happens once the skull is whole and used again?
Once the skull is whole, it flashes with a white, hot light and dissipates the connection between every necromancer in this entire plane of existence with their undead. It does not prevent them from creating more, but it removes the connection in which they have with all that they have, which means if someone dies or if you kill a zombie, it has been killed and cannot be risen again.
Well, how long does that last for? Is it just like a one-time thing and then they can just start new connections right away?
Yes, but it is nowhere near as simple as it is now. Right now, they have legions of undead. Do you know how long it has taken them to grow a legion of undead and then unleash it on this plane? If they have to start over, it would take them hundreds of years, if not thousands of years, to get back to where they are now.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know that I have a silver tongue. I'm sure that I could persuade him. I don't think that would be hard.
I think the hardest part would be him being able to find it, because once it gets used, it goes back to Pharasma.
Well, we have a year, right? A year's enough time to find just a little skull.
And Dr. Sabian goes, I'm terribly sorry. I don't know who he is. And
We don't either,
we
surprisingly.
met a few days ago. And what you're saying is that you want us to put all of our faith in you by giving you the one thing that allows us to continue to have a connection with humanity.
Well, I'm Master
And
Magnificent.
give it to
You
you.
should trust me.
And destroy it in all intents and purposes in hopes that within a year you can get the skull back from a god and then destroy it and then hope that those pieces don't end up in the exact same position that they are now.
Yes, that's exactly
Yes.
what I'm saying.
Yes, we are. We are asking for you to put faith in that. And here's the thing. We lived inside of a tiny little wall less than a year ago, and we've already found so much. And we're stronger now, and we'll become stronger. We can do it.
Turn us.
Can we have this conversation tomorrow?
Yes, but
Yes.
turn us.
Shared
Are you-
faith.
Turn us. So if we fail in a year's time, we are dooming ourselves as well.
Yeah,
Is that what all of you want, or just the two of you?
I want it.
I'm not
That-
going to make decisions for them.
No, I
This-
mean, Moss. I'm. Is that the decision you want? Do you also want to turn?
Oh, absolutely not. Wait, hold on.
Moss, you could outlive everyone.
I could get very, very famous. What do
A
you
lot of
think?
time.
Moss turns to Cloaky.
Nope. Don't do it.
No?
No.
I mean, I do enjoy food.
Not saying it's not good for you two. You two make your own decisions. You make your own life. And then he looks at you, Moss, and goes, your blood and that blood mixing together, if they were to feed on you, it would not end well for any of us here, including myself.
Okay, noted, valid. Yeah, there's this whole I'm feeling particularly honest. What was in that punch? There's this whole thing, this whole demon blood thing I have. I don't think that would be a good fit. But I totally support you and Remy. Yay, Robin. Yay.
Krug?
Yay.
Did Remy explain to Krug all of the ramifications of doing this while we were walking from upstairs back to?
Sure. Yeah.
You understand that you're not.
Would you like to know the technical, like the actual, like?
Sure.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, fill me in.
Translate it.
You will be gaining the Dampier trait as your thing. You have negative healing ability, which means you are harmed by positive damage and you are healed by negative effects, as if you were an undead creature.
It's positive effects, right? Not positive damage.
It specifically says positive damage.
Oh, hold on.
So for example, if Moss uses a 3-action AoE heal, that's considered to be a heal. That's considered to be positive damage. It's the same thing that works with undead zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we couldn't be healed anymore.
Not by the heal spell. I could still do my battle healing. You could use potions.
Yep.
And
and harm, like negative harm.
Yeah, someone could learn harm and use harm to heal you.
I think I might be able to prep that.
And there's a couple more. You also gain low light vision, or if you already have low light vision, you gain dark vision.
Or if you already have dark vision, you gain super dark vision.
Absolutely nothing. But you'll also be able to pull from the Dampier feat section of the advanced player guide whenever you get an ancestry feat.
Some of them are really good. So the later level ones are very good. The early level ones are, in my opinion, but I mean, Dampier's strong.
Yeah. Quick mechanical question. I guess I have a couple. The first is, do you know off the top of your head if Moss or I can learn the harm spell? Because it looks like it's a divine spell that I don't think I have access to.
Moss can learn harm. Yep.
Yeah, and is that an AoE?
Yeah, it works exactly like heal.
Okay, because I don't want to be hurting Robin and Remy.
Well, I think the way we'd want to do this, if we do go through with this, which it feels like we are, that I would keep taking heal and heal you two, and you would take harm to heal us.
Yeah. I could do that for sure.
And then second question, could we retroactively take Dampier feats and overwrite our current
yeah, we can do that outside.
If we wanted to?
Yeah,
okay, cool. That's all emotionally, I think Robin was. It was funny. I messaged Jake about this last week, but Robin came into the house today with this thought in mind. So like, I think I'm emotionally very ready for this to happen. Mechanically, I think I've made my peace with it. But where are you at, William?
Strangely, I don't think I want Remy to be a vampire, but like, I'm very into the like story aspect of promising it as a way of like.
Could we
working with the skull piece?
I'll ask this in character maybe.
Yeah, can we go back into in character?
Well, yeah. Could, in theory, one of us, after being turned, how long would it take for us to turn someone else? Maybe the other.
You will not be able to have the ability to turn. Only us. We're kind of at the end of our bloodline. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So it's tonight, or a year from now, or a year from then, if we make it that far.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for tonight.
You understand you'll still be able to die, right? You're not becoming immortal. You're not becoming invulnerable. You're becoming immortal. Does that?
Yeah, we won't age, but someone could still kill us.
Right. And it
right.
might potentially be harder for us to help you if we can't. I'm never going to have any sort of negative energy to be able to heal you. Does that make sense? Like, if we don't have a potion, or I can't do anything to help you.
Look, I mean, I'll just keep patching up wounds. You know, it's arguably what I'm best at, and I cast lightning from my head. You know, I think
it's your choice.
Look,
okay.
I'm not. Look, more than anything, I think we need this trust and this reminder to make what has to happen. To get the piece and to get the skull again after we use it. I don't see another way to save the world and let these people be who they are, which seems to be good.
I'm not trying to tell you what choice to make. I'm trying to make sure you understand the ramifications of the choice you're making. The choice is going to be yours, obviously.
Yeah.
Krug, it's not going to be a big deal. I'll be able to convince the god. I've learned something very interesting today. I have so much power. And I have the power of God on my side.
Elbow to the ribs.
Well, if you have so much power, why don't you tell us the name of the man who's just elbowed you in the ribs?
Perhaps later. But Moss turns in fury to him and like grabs his shirt and like gets really close to his face. It's like, do not do that.
Then stop giving away everything.
I'm not giving anything away. I'm alluding. I'm using this as a bargaining chip.
Okay. Will I still have contact with my god if I am a vampire?
Yes.
And everything?
As long as your god isn't directly opposed from the undead.
Can I religion check their two deities to see if I know how their two deities feels about the thing?
Now, opposed to undead in general,
25.
or like just the creation of undead.
Who is your deity?
Gosray? She wouldn't like me to make more.
Krug, you know that Gosray does not give a shit about anything. Gosray is about like the waning and creation of land and water and like the connection between them. Now, they don't like what's happening with the undead because it is impacting how they deal with water and land and back and forth, and it has caused an unbalance. But they are not. They understand that undead exists.
There is an anathema for Gosray to create undead, which I think just means that I can't create undead. But
Correct.
So this seems okay.
So your gods would not like Dr. Ravna, Carl, and.
But hey,
Sabine.
your god doesn't have to like all your friends. You know, it can be complicated.
And then, as for Remy, your god is about the freedom of choice. Do what you want to do as long as you're not harming others.
Sick. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, vamp me up, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I am to protect nature in all its forms, and you are natural. What you are doing is natural. It's just a hard to parse form for some, but this is the right thing to do.
If we do this, can we please have the piece of the skull?
We'll bring it back.
We can talk about that after the ceremony.
Okay, we're putting a lot of faith in you here because, like, I'm becoming a vampire as a show of faith to you that, like, you give us a year's time, we will figure it out.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I was ready when I stepped out of the caravan.
Can I sense motive to see if they have any intention to under any circumstances, even if they're like far-fetched ones, to give us the piece of the skull?
Yeah, go for it.
23.
They're extremely hesitant, but it's not off the table.
Okay. That's all I want to know.
The Carl and Sabina walk to the two of you. They both kneel to get to your height. They put their hand on the side of your face and cause you to lean over. And they start to lean in. And that's where we're ending tonight's episode.
All right.
Okay.
I didn't even get to make out with Clokey.
If I'm correct, there's another QueueTimes show that's supposed to happen right now, isn't there?
No. It happens at 5:30. 5:30.
5:30. Okay.
Cool. I thought it was 4:30.
No.
I was like stressing here. I was like, oh my god.
No. 5:30. We're good.
Okay, cool.
That gives you all a week to stress out this decision.
Yeah. that technically we could still back out of because they haven't bit us yet.
Yep.
But yeah.
I have given you that ability. I've given you that time.
Yep.
And you're also going to have to discover the best way to convince not only 3 vampires, but an entire household full of beasts and animals.
No. We don't need to convince the whole house because only Dr. Ravna really knew about the skull piece, it seems. So no one else needs to know.
Yeah, but it's taking away their freedom. Like,
you're taking away all of their freedom. So you get a week of
borrowing it. We're borrowing their freedom.
Which we might not be able to return because it's going to be in the hands of a god.
Well, theoretically, if you had like a mystical ability that would allow you to make a wish to get it back, that's a possibility. But anyways,
well, we said we wouldn't use it.
I mean, you got choices. You got a week to think about it. So let's go around the virtual tabletop and say our goodbyes. Let's go the opposite way. Molly, start us off.
Hello, I'm Molly McIsaac. I've been playing Mouse the Magnificent. You can find me across the internet at Molly McIsaac, which is below my name here. It's there in that area. Please follow me on Twitch, though. I've been very, very active and streaming almost every single day. That is Night Glimmer, and I will be streaming Final Fantasy shortly after we stop streaming here. And also check out The Basic Witches on Facebook, which is a silly show I do with my best friend, and we have a lot of Halloween content coming out. Okay, that is all. Also, I'm really mad I didn't get to make out with Clokey, so that has to happen.
The night's not over yet. You still
I'm really mad I didn't get to punch Clokey in the throat. If you let it slip even a little bit that's Clokey, I'm immediately gonna punch him in the throat.
No!
And that's how Krug died. It's your turn. What do you got?
Hey, I'm Krug. If you want to talk to me, go to Discord. If you want to learn more about Pathfinder 2nd Edition, the game, you can go watch Game Gorgon on YouTube, youtube.com/QueueTimesMain. We do a show called Game Gorgon, which I already said. It is, we talk about a lot of different RPGs, but Pathfinder is the main one that we're discussing because it seems to be what you guys want to talk about the most. The last episode we did was on the Acrobat. Very fun episode. The first of the Advanced Player's Guide archetypes that we went over. So definitely go watch that. And coming up next is Improvised Weapon Fighter, which is like what Krug would have been if the improvised weapon archetype existed when I built Krug. It is the epitome of why I like playing RPGs. So that's coming soon. So get ready for that. Thank you very much for watching.
William and Jonas.
I've been Jonas. And can be found on Twitter at Jonas Newhouse. I also have been streaming on the Glass Beach Twitch channel on Tuesdays typically, as well as like Thursdays, Fridays, Wednesdays throughout there. But Tuesdays consistently at 5 p.m. Pacific. I'm trying to play scary games as much as I can. I don't know what I'm doing now that I finished the game inside. I might try to do Amnesia if my computer can stream it without lagging super, super hard. But yeah, we're Glass Beach Band is on Twitter at Glass Beach Band, where we post about all of that stuff as well. So you can follow us on Twitch and or Twitter to get updates on when that stuff is happening. And you will also see me from time to time on Molly's Final Fantasy streams now that I'm also playing that game and we're running dungeons together, or I'm just in the chat saying hello at 3 a.m. when I really should be asleep.
Also, Jonas and I may or may not have made a pact last night to get married.
We may have gotten fantasy engaged in the middle of a mine yesterday. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm William. I've been playing Remy Ashwillow, or Detective Ashwillow, and soon to be Count Detective. Count Detective.
Count Ashwillow.
Count Ashwillow. I will just like Moss saying that we have to call her princess. It will become mandatory to call Remy Count Remy or Count Ashwillow. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at KWilliamWhite. I do other shows for QueueTimes. One is called Killer Set, Monster of the Week, where I have real life musicians and bands play fake musician bands who have to fight monsters and solve mysteries in order to play their gigs. And I also do a Kids on Bikes and currently a Dungeon World stream that is on a little bit of a hiatus, and that is called Hijinks and Handlebars, or Hijinks in Dungeon World. And all of that can be found on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel, and when we are streaming, it is on this Twitch channel. So check all of that stuff out. It's very cool, and have a good one, everybody. Don't turn into a vampire.
Unless you want to. That being said, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. We actually have 54 people watching tonight, which is a little bit more than normal, which is really, really exciting.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you all so much. Some of the things that I wanted to talk about is we have a Patreon, and if you like this game and you like Court of Corvids and you like Pathfinder 2nd Edition, we actually have a private Discord server that you can play by post, which allows you to come in and tell a story. I'm on there. I play. The others are on there, but I don't think they've ever posted. So, but they have the option if they want to. I have not kicked them off the server yet, is the key word. But if you want to go in there, it's a lot of people RP in there, and then we have some live games that we go in there, and I try to have at least have a once a month event that I run. And I RP with everyone and have a special event that happens from birthday parties of a werewolf bartender all the way to the night of Lamashtu, which is going to definitely be a monster mash for us on the server. So come and join us. It's just $5 on our Patreon. My name is Jake. If you want to reach me on Twitter, it is at IndigoQT, or you can hang out on our public server. And thank you all so much. Legit. You all are wonderful. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.